Yes, guys, welcome back. Hope everyone's well. It's call-in show. It's Wednesday. It's usually a Tuesday, but yesterday was my birthday. So we are doing it tonight. I hope everyone's good. And yeah, so it's a call-in show. So what we're going to do, me and Savage, as always, we're going to just talk about some topics, start off with for the first little bit, and then get everyone in here. And then we'll open up the phone lines for you guys to call in. When you do call in, just remember, be polite. And we'll be polite to you. We're not a channel that likes arguments and silliness over here, guys. So, yeah, come on with your opinions and your questions, and then me and Savage will chop it up. You have 3 minutes. Guys, it should be a good show. I hope everyone is doing well. Savage, how are you, my friend?
I love it, man. I love it. This is my favorite time of the week, man. Speaking to the people, bro. I'm the people's pundit, bro. Like that. Luke Cage before Luke Cage, bro. I love speaking to everyone, man. So, yeah, man, it's gonna be dope. I hope everyone calls in. As many people as can call in, and maybe some new people as well. And obviously, remember, guys, if you're shy, you don't have to put your camera on. You can literally just have your voice. Yeah, it's nice to get to know people more on a personal level. Big up to everyone in the chat. Yeah, man, let's kick this off like a game of FIFA, bro. It's gonna be fun, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, what is this? What is that there?
Merch!
What is that? What is that there? What is that there, guys? See, I don't know if you can see that. There it is.
Could that be a Jamie Phillips football chat?
And it could be. It could be.
Get the points in there. Get the
more on the way, guys.
What juice in there?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Let me take it off this fucking blur. I didn't know it was on there. There we go. Right, guys, here you go. You'll be able to see it better now. There you go, guys.
Jeez!
There you go.
Come on.
A bit of merch already. That'll be going on sale at the end of September. We've got more stuff like this on the way as well, guys. T-shirts, hoodies, cushions.
Come on, get the savings in now. Start saving.
It's all coming, guys, end of September. So, big up to everyone in the chat. I hope everyone's doing well. We got in there. We've got Daz in here, Captain Sal, Quinton. Who are we calling Mane back to? Who's the ball? Quinton, my man, Jesus. Niall singing the cop. Happy birthday yesterday. Thank you very much. Big up to Daz. John Conway, the living legend. Living legend. That is John Conway. How you doing, my friend? Psychedelic scientist, what's good, guys? Thanks for making this content. No worries, my man.
Lovely message,
big up,
man.
Jazz. How you doing, my friend? Hi, Anna. How you doing? You're doing well. We are doing good, Anna. We are doing good. Cream of the Clop. Big up to you, Gary, Doug, Gabriel. Fulham predictions. We will come to that as well. Is that vodka in that mug? No, I've literally just finished my drink. But guys, that is a bit of merch right there, Jamie Phillips, pint glasses, guys. Yeah, you're going to get a lot more of that sort of stuff as well coming at the end of September, so look out for it, guys. Yeah, I wish there was vodka in it. So we're going to start this off. We're going to talk about Bobby Firmino quickly, guys, because there's rumours this evening, just coming out tonight, that Bobby Firmino is ready to sign a brand new contract. Apparently, there's some rumours this evening on some... going around the Twitterverse, shall we say, in social media. So we'll take it with a pinch of salt. But, yeah, Bobby Firmino being offered a brand new contract. I think it's a career contract, basically. Whatever they go get him will probably tie him up to Liverpool for the rest of his career. Let me know in the chat what you guys think of that, and also when you call in later. But, Savage, what do you think of this news about Bobby particularly getting a new contract?
Well, first of all, I had no idea. I didn't even.
Yeah, it came out breaking this evening, apparently.
Yeah, it's massive, man. It's massive. I kind of gathered that it was coming, especially after the comments last week that were reported that he made about him loving the club and he wants to stay in Liverpool and everything like that. So I thought it was only a matter of time. He's 31 at the moment and his birthday's in October, so he'll be 32 then. And I'm thinking that especially I don't know. I think it will be a contract to the end of his career now. I don't know how long they're going to give him in particular. They might sign him on a 2-year or something like that and then give him a year extension when he gets to the end of it. Before we know. I think that will probably be smart for them business-wise and at the same time benefiting Bobby as well. What can I say, man? You're never going to get me to say a bad word about this guy, bro. Like, he's
never.
he's the guy that I always think when I think about the era of Liverpool becoming great again. I think of Bobby probably before anyone, to be honest. He's been the center part of it. Some people get more plaudits than him. In fact, everyone gets more plaudits than him usually. But without him, everything looks a lot different. And yeah, man, it's great for him, man. Loyalty's important in football. Everyone thinks that we hang on to people and all this rubbish, but listen, it's important in football, and he's been a great servant to the club. He's put his all in. He ran his body into the ground for us. The least we can do, give him another contract. And he's class, isn't he? So it's not like giving him a contract and pretending, you know what I mean? And just, I'll have this contract sit on the bench and not do anything. No, he's going to want to play football. So hopefully he does get signed up and we can celebrate that just like we celebrate. We should celebrate that as much as when we celebrated Salah's contract. But yeah.
No, I agree. Yeah, it's only coming out later this evening, but Liverpool are reacting to obviously teams circling around Bobby at this moment, especially Juventus. And with them only having a year left, Klopp speaks very highly of Bobby Firmino. Liverpool have no intentions of selling him. So, you've no intentions of selling a player that has a year left on their contract, usually that means they're going to get a contract renewal. So, that's the word going around today. Some big heads on Twitter that know a lot more than me have been speaking about it. So they've heard little rumours here and there. So hopefully these rumours are true because I love Bobby. And as I said, he's something completely different to anyone's got on the bench. Completely different. Can play that number 9 area, can play the false 9, can play the number 10 if you need him to. And we know what Bobby does. Bobby's a class little footballer. He's never going to lose his touch. Bobby's always going to have his touch. Things might, he might not have the legs he once used to. That's fair enough. The amount of running that man's done, I wouldn't be surprised. But
yeah, exactly.
He's always going to have that ability, and to have somebody like that in your squad, Klopp says he is the system. He is the system. So the system goes through him. You saw that again in the Community Shield. Shield. Bobby starts to press. As soon as he starts it, everyone follows, and it's always been the way. I can't see any reason of letting him go. You can still buy players around him, by the way. There's this thing that people think we hold on to too many players and you can't buy around them, which is a bit silly to me. I don't get it. And another thing I want to talk about, our captain, Jordan Henderson. Now, there's been a lot of disrespect about Hendo in the last few days online since the Community Shield. I don't know if everyone saw Red Men TV did their player ratings, didn't they? And I think his name's Steve, is it? Who gave Hendo a 9 in the ratings. Now, it's his rating. Yeah. It's his rating. It's no one else's rating. He can do what he wants. If he thinks he's a 9, he's a 9. I didn't think he was a 9, but we gave him. I believe we gave him a 7. We gave him a 7 on that game, and that's a fair rating. Now he's coming for stick. People shared it on Twitter. Oh my God, how unbelievable! How can you people think Hendo was that good? He was a 2 at best, a 3. Some people saying -1. People saying dead footballer. When will Hendo abuse? When will this Hendo abuse stop,
mate? You know that this is my one trigger in life, bro. When people talk about Henderson. Listen, first of all, we supposedly played against the best team in England, and we won the game. How was the score? 3-1, 2-1.
3-1.
3-1. So we won the game 3-1 against the best team in England, the champions of England, and Henderson didn't put a foot wrong, and they expect us to give him a rating of what? Like, let's be honest. Nobody should have got under a 7, really. One flipping game.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, man. It's hard for me because I didn't see what was going on Twitter with it, and I didn't get to check the accounts of who was saying certain stuff. Because as much as you're probably rival fans, I hear most of the slander come from our own fans, man, which is the weirdest thing. It feels like Henderson back in the day when he was getting slandered by fans.
Mm-hmm.
But ever since then, he's won every trophy with Liverpool. He's been in all the teams when we've won the trophies. It's not like he's been a bit part player. He hasn't been on the bench lifting trophies. He's been in the team. And they've got to stop it, man. Hendo gets it all the time. Milner gets it all the time. And it's just scapegoating constantly, bro. And I think with our own fan base, what they tend to do is like, they can't be objective about anyone anymore. So if you say, I don't know, you say Fabinho had a bad game, someone's going to say to you, but Hendo was worse. If you say Naby had a bad, oh well, what about? And I'm like, we're not comparing them against each other.
No.
We're basing it on the ratings for the game, but constant like putting competition against each other for our own players, and nobody's appreciating them. And I think the way people are acting is like I think basically these people think that if Hendo wasn't in our team, we would have still won all the stuff we've won. It's just not true. It's just not true. So it has to stop at some point. I've told everyone already. Send me the IP address. I will fight you for Henderson. It's not a problem. We can do YouTube boxing, YouTube MMA. We can do bare knuckle boxing, snatch style, Mickey. We can do all of that. Cut you in half, fight you twice, and all that. We can do it all, bro. Like I will fight you for my captain, bro.
Yeah,
you know, like that. So I've had enough, bro. They gotta stop. Respect the man. Every time there's a transfer talk, well, I think if we get enough midfield, we should get rid of Henderson so we get a midfielder and should get rid of Milner. What? That's not football, bro. You don't have to get rid of. First of all, everyone told us that FSG had loads of money. Constantly told me and you all this transfer window. They're lying to us. They got loads of money. Blah blah blah. Okay, if they've got loads of money, then why do you keep telling me that we have to get rid of somebody to get somebody else? It's not like if we've got the money, just buy them, innit? And then slowly, if Henderson and Milner's shit, like you keep saying, then they'll end up in the reserves.
Yeah.
I will hurt some, bro. I'm not. Sounds like a joke, but I promise you, if I was in the pub and somebody was talking was about my captain, come outside, bro. Yeah, I'd leave him alone. I've had enough, man. I watched him cry. I watched Lallana cry about him. Just stop it.
Yeah, I mean,
stop it, man.
I don't think there's anyone on here who thinks Hendo is like tactically amazing. Like we know he's not Thiago. You know, we're not like no one's silly. We know Hendo's not Thiago. We know Hendo ain't Stevie. We know, you know, he's not as a footballer. You'd say Phil Foden's a better footballer than Hendo, but I don't know many 31-year-old midfielders, English midfielders as well. It gives you the same drive and passion on the pitch. I know people say drive and passion doesn't matter in football. You should just be technically good. You know, all everyone talks about is Hendo is his leadership, his captain ability, his, you know, the way he gets players moving, his Jurgen Klopp on the pitch. Well, no matter what anyone thinks, me, Savage, anyone in the chat, people online, other YouTubers, whatever, there's only one person that cares, and that's the boss, and Klopp loves him. So if Klopp thinks he's perfect for that system and he's the perfect player for him to play in that midfield three, then he plays. If all this thing about Klopp sentimental is bollocks. It's Klopp gets rid of players. If Klopp was sentimental, then Origi would be playing every week.
Yeah.
And he would have stayed. You know, Klopp tried to get rid of him a couple of years ago. It's just that no one took him. Klopp wanted him gone. Klopp didn't even want him at the club last season. He spoke about it, you know, last season, but no one came in for him. It's as simple as that, you know. Yeah, he's not as sentimental as people think. He almost left Sacco in Alcatraz, for goodness sake. The man didn't want him, you know. He's not as sentimental as people think. Because it's Hendo, people think he's sentimental on players like Hendo and all that. Maybe he just respects Henderson for the man he is, the player he is, and thinks Henderson's a very good footballer. This is Jurgen Klopp, one of the best. If we all say Jurgen Klopp's the best manager in the world, but it continuously keeps picking Jordan Henderson, then why are we all arguing about Jordan Henderson? Makes no sense.
Hendo is selfless for the team that he's fooled some people who can't bother to watch football properly into thinking that he's shit, to thinking that he's got no technique. Like people just throw around words and then don't have the definition for them. And I'm like, football is played in loads of different ways. Like, we haven't always had Thiago at the club. So what happened to all the midfielders before that where they're just shit? Like, people do different things. It's almost like arguing the fact that Alan Shearer's shit. That's what it feels like. Because that means all the foreign strikers came in and they done stepovers and stuff. But Alan Shearer's the Premier League's top goal scorer. He did no stepovers.
Yeah, but No one
You see what I'm
talks about
saying?
because he just bangs goals with his right foot from
Yeah,
30
yeah,
yards.
yeah, exactly. It's like, it's all like passion and thunder, and they just knocked themselves around. Mate, it's football, bro. It's horses for courses, bro. Like, there's no one played football in their life. Every player has a different kind of thing to them, bro.
Yeah,
People just
true.
like to say that, like, basically, if you're foreign, you've got techers in it, and if you're English, you don't.
Yeah.
Well, how about some people are just selfless and they put their own attributes to they put it to the side to help the team, and you know that's true because he doesn't mind playing in any position he's put in. Milner will play at right back, left back, centre back, up front, goalkeeper if he has to. When really the same. I remember it happening with Rooney. Like, Rooney gets destroyed now, and I'm not just comparing him and that, but no one ever talks about Rooney now being a top player.
No.
And I'm like, he's one of the best English players to ever live, and he was selfless for Man U and started to go, I'll play midfield then. I'll play midfield to help this guy. I'll step back so Ronaldo can shine. And it's just them kind of things. So they think that he's average, but clearly he's not. And he helps the team out.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
technical abilities. People just like to throw words. I'll call anyone out on it, to be honest. People can throw around words because it makes them sound like a pundit. But let's be honest, bro. People don't know what the heck they're talking about. It's kind of mad.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, does Hendo misplace passes sometimes? Yeah. But I always look, what people criticise Hendo for is his passing sometimes. They say he passes it too backwards and sideways. Apparently, Hendo had the most forward passes out of any midfielder we had last season. And
Yeah.
But Hendo's sometimes he's looking for a more difficult pass and he can't pull it off. But at least he's trying it. Do you know what I mean? He's not going to have a pass succession rate of 90% because he's not always passing the ball simple. You know, he's looking for. Is he got a Thiago? He's not Thiago. Thiago's different, man. Thiago's different. Would I like 3 Thiagos in our midfield? Of course I would. It's just, but no one's got that. That's just.
If Hendo was shit, we'd be 6th, bro. Because
it's just
why would a team that keeps finishing second or winning Champions Leagues, winning the Premier League, and this guy's been in the squad every single time? Why would it wouldn't happen, bro? You can't have weak links like that in your squad and go and win. What? Somebody name me the Premier League champions when they had a weak link in their squad and they played him every single week. It just didn't happen. Leicester didn't have it. Arsenal didn't have it. Man U didn't have it. Man City doesn't have it. Blackburn didn't have it. You can't have weak links in the squad like that. So people can talk all of that rubbish and that, but it's not true. I mean, the clear idea is name all the top midfielders in the Prem and name the ones who didn't work. Go look at all the Manchester United midfielders and tell me who's technically better than Henderson. I don't care, bro, because none of them delivered, did they? They all threw Solskjaer under the bus. Pogba's not there anymore. Bruno, who everyone bragged about in COVID, all of a sudden he's shit. You got McFred in midfield that nobody cares about. You've just gone to sign Iron Man. I don't know what you want me to do. I'd rather have Henderson every time. He's going to put his graft in.
I've said this for years now. I've said it. Look, who's performed better in the Premier League at their clubs, Pogba or Hendo?
Henderson.
Who's the better footballer?
Fact.
Who's the better all-round footballer?
Pogba's a better footballer than him.
Exactly. So this is what I'm saying. You don't have to be, football ain't just about what you can do with your feet. It's up here as well and in here as well. And you haven't got it in them 2 places. It doesn't matter what you do with your feet. That's my opinion, anyway.
Yeah, basically, that Henderson is Danielson, is what we're saying, isn't it?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
He's Danielson. Everyone else is Johnny Lawrence, bro. That's fine, bro.
You know what I mean? Yes, you speak to Hendo. Hendo probably knows he's not the best around and all that, but he performs at almost 100% of what he can give us every week. Sometimes it's not great. Sometimes it's fantastic. Sometimes he's having a poor game. Sometimes he's having a great game. There's not, that's just the way it is. But he has an influence on the pitch, and it might not be what he's doing with the ball sometimes. It might be what he's doing off the ball. The reason Trent has been so successful for the years he's been at Liverpool is because of Hendo's covering him a lot. Now, Hendo runs a lot on the pitch.
He does.
He covers Trent a heck of a lot. Hendo takes the, when you listen to backstage stuff with the boys and that, and Hendo basically takes the piss out of Trent all the time, says he's always covering him. Yeah. It's something they always joke about it, because that's what Hendo's doing. He's covering Trent's runs all the time and letting Trent be the player. Because Hendo's like, Trent's the man. His ability going forward is better than mine. So I'm going to let's let him do that and express himself, and I'll cover his runs. I mean,
Mate,
it's just it's what you do.
all I'm saying is message to all the haters, every single one of yous, pundits, football players, manager, I don't care. Any of yous who's got smoke for Henderson, one, I'll punch you up. Two, he's won every single trophy there is to win for Liverpool. In your face. You can't take it off him now. It doesn't matter what you do. And he was captain for all of it. So, that's all I'm saying. Some of these players are never going to win anything. And Hendo's got all the trophies. So you can keep dissing him because when he goes home, he's laughing. Got nice little contracts, nice family, nice house, all the trophies. It's fine, bro. It's fine. Remember when Ferguson said, "Oh, I don't like him. He runs funny." In your face, Fergie. Because what's happened to your Manchester United squad now?
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
Fine. So
exactly.
Flipping ridiculous people, man. I swear.
I just want to big up Cream of the Clock. Big up to you, my friend, becoming a member of the channel.
Clock, man.
He actually becomes the 51st member.
51st state, man. Robert Carlyle and Samuel Jackson.
Go. 51st member. And there's a members video coming out tomorrow afternoon, so keep an eye on that. It's my Premier League all-time Liverpool 11.
Gee.
So look out for that. That comes out sometime tomorrow, guys. So make sure you look out for that. That's only for members. So if you're a member, all 51 people will see that video. Big up to Ravi. Jay, did you know we have the same birthday, August? Big up to you. Happy birthday for you yesterday, and my friend. Big up, Graham. How you doing, mate? Graham says, I'm calling it now. Liverpool win the league, lads. There you go. Graham's a friend. He's always welcome. Big up, Airs for the Cop. How you doing, mate? Good old say. Well said, mate. Big up, Paul. Big up, Paul. Saying about Savage there. He's an absolute gent off the pitch. Decent human being, true embodiment of the world profession. Keeps everyone in check on the pitch. Super vocal and underrated passer, club legend. Yeah, his passing is underrated. And I literally saw our lad Hendo is on the pitch when we had the COVID year, when there was no fans. Yeah. Man, he shouts. He doesn't stop.
I've seen him tell Virgil off so many times, bro.
Yeah, and Virgil takes it. So you
he just takes it.
And Virgil is like, look who he is. You know what I mean?
In fact, he did it to Thiago in one of the preseason games the other day.
Yeah. He told Thiago where to get back into line, and they take it. Do you think they're not? Do you think Ronaldo Harry Maguire tells Ronaldo what to do? Do you reckon Ronaldo looks at Maguire?
No, we saw what happened. We saw what happened when he tried, and we saw what happened when Maguire tried to tell Rashford, and he called him an effing prick loud on TV.
Yeah, there's no respect there, but they respect Hendo, so it tells you everything, don't it?
Let's be honest, Jay. It's football snobbery, and that's what it is. It's snobbery at its finest, bro.
I've always said that. That's why look. Players, you notice teams now are going down that Liverpool route of buying players that fit your manager's ethics and system, not just these technical, skillful players who don't fit into your system. And now they're all going down that route. Look, Robbo from Hull. Have you read what Pep Linders said about Robbo from Hull? Has anyone read this yet? Because my wife, by the way, got me the Pep Linders book, by the way, but it only comes out today, don't it? So I'm going to receive it in the post tomorrow. But yeah, she got me the Pep Linders book, but I've seen some snippets on social media taken out of it. The bit when apparently they went and he went and scouted Theo Hernandez, didn't he? Yeah. He went and back and scouted Theo Hernandez, came back with his report, and they decided to go and buy Robbo from Hull instead.
Yeah.
And that was, you look at Theo Hernandez, decent player, but he's no Robinson. He's no Robbo for Liverpool. Nowhere near. And that... Who would have? And people, can you imagine saying that back? And did you see the comments underneath that, by the way, by some Liverpool fans that are outraged that we never got Theo Hernandez over Robbo? The world, why are they outraged?
Snobs, man. They're all snobs, bro, and they're trying to take away. They're trying to take away the football culture that England and arguably Great Britain has. Like, don't get me wrong, all the foreign players they've made the football in the Premier League better. You know what I'm saying? They play in a certain way, a certain style, especially the Spanish players. But this is still the English game. Yeah. So if people are just trying to eradicate every bit of English culture from the game, because that's what we were known for before. Yeah, sometimes it was just blood and thunder, but like even with our England teams, like use like with the total football guys over there, use with the tiki taka ones, use like with the pass and move ones. We were like the hard men of football, and we like you can't just take it out of the game.
No.
because it's gonna happen. Because when people like Hendo and Milner and players retire and stuff like that, there won't be none left.
No.
There won't be none left, bro. Because all the young players now are heading abroad early. They're going Spain. They're going Germany early, and that. So all of a sudden, the English game ain't the English game anymore. So you can piss off, and Brexit can piss off as well. All of it can piss off. Boris can piss off. Theresa May can piss off, and everyone who slagged off my captain can piss off. I will fight all of yous.
Brexit and the Tories can piss off. Yeah, I mean, we're all down with that one. We're all down with the Tories.
Fuck them.
No doubt about that. Big up the Egyptian King. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. You're doing well. There's been a few other things online today. So the Cucurella to Chelsea thing's a bit weird, ain't it? So Brighton have just put out that there's no deal on the table. So basically, Fabrizio Romano came early. That's what's happened there. He's gone so early with this news, and apparently the Cucurella to Chelsea is not happening just yet. Now, will it happen? It probably will because they're quite advanced. But Brighton has said like there's no money hasn't exchanged yet. There's nothing gone through. So at this moment in time, Cucurella is still a Brighton player. So it's a weird one with Cucurella because I thought the City deal was done. And that just shows that City won't go over. Now, we've sat here week after week after week, the last few weeks, especially since transfer market has opened. And fans have come on here and go, FSG are tight. Why won't FSG buy a player A, buy a player B, buy a player C, yeah? Man City are the richest club with PSG. You know, Newcastle will get there, but let's just put Man City and PSG there at the moment. Their owners can buy anyone they want. You know, they're the richest clubs, yeah? They got more financial muscle than anyone. They won't spend 50 million on Cucurella because they don't think it's worth the money. So when everyone keeps coming at FSG for saying exactly the same thing about certain players, they're not worth the money, and everyone comes on and slags them off, well, Man City are richer and they piss all over FSG, money-wise, do what they want. You know, they have players on 300 grand a week sitting on the bench. But they don't think Cucurella is worth 50 million and didn't go there.
Well, first of all, big up to Graham Potter for sticking to you because I don't blame him, bro. Like Arsenal, Brighton played great football, but you can't just letting people just rob your best players. You've already lost Basuma. You're gonna lose both of your best players in one window, and for a team like Brighton, that can get you relegated quite easy as well. Because let's be honest, Mope's not banging in flipping 15 goals a season, 20 goals a season, and Danny Welbeck scores 2 headers a season in extra time, and everyone pretends like he scores loads of goals. Trossard is all right, but he doesn't score. He just hits the post all the time. So I don't blame him for that. I like Graham Potter anyway. The Man City thing, yeah, man, things are changing a little bit. They're trying to balance the books and stick to their guns, and they probably shut out Zinchenko a little bit early, considering that they haven't even got him. Because obviously, I think Cucurella played for Barcelona B team before, innit? He was in the youth team. So I think Pep Guardiola already knew who he was from before. He's probably been keeping an eye on him, to be honest. But the biggest thing I seen compared to that was I seen Chelsea swooping in for De Jong, which is hilarious, bro.
Yeah,
have you seen that?
Apparently that's going to happen as well now because they need a midfielder.
Mate, that is... Talk about Seth Rollins WrestleMania 31. That's the heist of the century. If they go rob him.
Oh, if they go and take... Can you imagine? You know what this is? You know, like there's 2 mates or 1 girl, and both mates like the girl, but one of them's been really after her for months and months. He's put all the work in, everything, but she just don't fancy him. She fancies your mate, and your mate sees her on a Friday night. He's at home, she's out on her own, and they bang. You know what I mean? That is what it's like.
I was the mate that saw her out. I was the mate that in the nightclub I'd go up to the girl and say, "Do you like my friend?" She's like, "Oh, I'm not really interested in him." And then I'd leave it on the night. Then I'd go up Solihull in Birmingham and that, go to like Costa or something. She works there. I gotta take the chance. Sorry to my friend, but she's not. She's up. You know what I mean? It's one of them ones, bro. That's a perfect analogy, bro. But honestly,
it's what's happening. But the way
you think someone goes the other way though, like if Chelsea get De Jong, because their midfield is Kovacic, Jorginho, Kante. They're the main
Yeah,
Three,
they're the
innit?
main three.
And obviously Mason Mount starts every game.
Yeah, I think Gallagher still ends up back at Palace at the end of the transfer window.
He's a baller, man.
I reckon Conor if they do get De Jong and keep Kovacic and Kante and Jorginho, Conor Gallagher's not going to play.
I wouldn't be surprised if Jorginho leaves, you know.
So if either Jorginho, but I can see Conor Gallagher going back to Chelsea at the end of the
That's
the
probably
season.
true, man. Because I was thinking about Jorginho before. I was like, I wonder if he'll just dip off to Italy, man.
There you go. From the shed end. Big up, my man. How you doing? It's been a while. I hope you're doing well.
Big up shed end, man.
Is Stat Gilmore to Everton? Is Gilmore going to Everton?
Yeah, Billy Gill.
Gallagher needs to play if he feels he can get the England squad. Yeah, exactly.
Why do Chelsea keep putting Gilmore in these shithead squads, bro? You put him in Norwich and then you put him in Everton, like relegation or what, bro? Let the man be. Send him to Brighton so we can have some freedom.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Billy Gilmore would do bits at Brighton because they play football.
Yeah, he would, man.
Yeah, he went on loan to Norwich where Norwich never have the ball. So how's he going to develop? And then you got to go to Everton where they're not going to have the ball. So how's he going to develop? You'd send him to Brighton. If I was a team that was going to send a player on loan, I think they need to go somewhere on loan where I think they can develop, have a bit of the ball, playing a good. Brighton, I'd look at Brighton and what Potter does and think, you know what? Yeah. They have a lot of possession in a lot of their games. So that means if he's playing in midfield, he's going to get a lot of the ball and he's going to help his growth. You know, Everton makes no sense. All right, Rangers for Gilmore. That makes sense.
That makes sense.
I mean, he's Scottish as well, so that would. And it obviously Rangers and Celtic, you know, they have all the balls. So
tell Cav to stop the propaganda in the chat, bro. It's fake news, Cav. I ain't never hit on anyone at Aldi, bro. Allow me, man.
That's how he just said.
Yeah, man, that's not true, bro. It's weight roast, you know, like that. Anyway,
weight roast. We don't deal with Aldi over here. We don't.
Nah. I'm a top spender, bro. I go to Waitrose, bro, and Marks and Spencer's and that.
But yeah, that would be from the share. Big up to you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Let us know. Let us know what you think. Is Conor Gallagher go back to Palace if you get
I know Vieira wants him.
Because that would make sense for me for his development if he wants to go to the World Cup as well. So just don't know if Chelsea will play him. And ain't Chelsea just bought the Villa boy as well?
Yeah. The one we was going to get.
15 million.
Yeah.
So if they've just bought him, what does that mean for Conor Gallagher? Because if I was Conor
Gallagher's not getting in that Chelsea squad, bro. Not in the first team anyway.
If I was looking at that and they've just gone and bought the Villa player, I won't pronounce his name, by the way. Who have just gone to the Villa, because I get it wrong, it would be disrespectful. But they go and get him in. And I'm Conor Gallagher thinking, right, they've gone and got him for a reason, you know. And if we're in for Frankie de Jong as well, like, where am I fitting in this team? So I wouldn't be surprised if you had the old loan move at the end of the transfer window, like a Conor Gallagher going back to Crystal
Everyone's
Palace.
saying the same thing in the chat, that Gallagher to Leicester would be good if Maddison goes to Newcastle.
Yeah, Newcastle will be
Leicester would be good for him, to be fair.
Gallagher should stay at Chelsea. 5 subs, cup conference. Check your fixtures for October and April.
True, that's true.
Yeah. Big up to you, my man. That's very true. That is very true. Tielemans replacement. What's happening with Tielemans? Man, going or not?
Nah, I don't know. I don't think he's going anywhere, bro. I don't think he's going anywhere, but.
Jamie, I was talking to Callum. You need to introduce me to Morley's. I will introduce you to Morley's chicken.
Oh, South London Morley's, bro. Come on.
Morley's is the best chicken in the country by a mile. Well, that's in South London anyway. It is the best. It shits all over KFC, literally.
Yeah, facts, man. Facts. I don't even eat chicken, man. But when I did, Morley's was the one still. So I know that much, man.
Morley's is proper. Yeah, when we meet up, man, I'll take you to Morley's. Rangers is a good fit. Gilmore is a good mid-table side. Palace, Brighton. Yeah, I agree. I think there's a player in Gilmore. It's just that Chelsea team is stacked, ain't it? No, apparently I think he's only ever been rumoured with Liverpool, just because everyone's rumoured with Liverpool. It's one of them things, you know. The start of the transfer season, Liverpool have rumoured with 78 different players every week, and it's just. I just don't see Tielemans in a Liverpool midfield. I just don't know if that works.
Arsenal looked like the one it was going to be.
Yeah, Arsenal were the main club, weren't they? I just don't see Tielemans leaving because, you know, we had Ant on the channel, didn't we? And he said, like, Leicester can't buy anyone. So they sell anyone. Where's anyone going to go? Where's anyone? I just don't see it. I'm an East End lad. Go to PFC. Yeah. We've got all favourites that day. Favourites actually decent, you know. Favourites is big up, lads. Have a great rest of the stream. Football is back. Big up to you, man. Big up to you. Rick or Luke, whoever one is in charge of their handle today. Top man, John. What's John done again? Hang on. Let me go to my thing. John Conway. My God. I don't know what I'm going to do with you, John Conway. John Conway has just gifted out 5 memberships. Big up, John Conway. Yeah, again.
Man is a legend, bro.
Man's a legend. I mean, for some reason on StreamYard it doesn't come up, so I have to go to my
YouTube. Don't come up on StreamYard. It comes up on YouTube.
I have to go on my YouTube to see it. So big up, John Conway. You're a legend, my man. So big up. You need a membership. You ain't got one yet. Go and grab it off John. I'm gonna have to make John. I'm gonna have to pay John. You know that I'm gonna have to. John, you're getting free merch, mate. That's what's happening. You're getting free merch, man. Send me your John. I'm being serious, mate. John, send me your DM on of your address on Twitter. DM me on Twitter of your address, and I'm going to send you something, my man. You're getting something. You're getting something in the post, man. Just for you, my man. Just for you, because you have spent hundreds, and that ain't even a lie. Yes, everyone's got in. To be fair, why wouldn't Newcastle go for Gallagher? Yeah,
True.
True. So I heard something about Newcastle today that Newcastle only want to spend 30 million or less on players.
Yeah, they're trying. I know what they're doing, but they're trying to be smart, man. It's clever still.
They're trying to put it out there that any player they go for is only going to be 30 million. Now I know people will say they bid 50 million for Maddison, but apparently it's 30 million and 20 million on add-ons.
Yeah.
And Leicester were like, no add-ons, everything up front, and that's why that deal's not going to happen. What do you reckon with that? Newcastle, the 30 million thing.
30 million for Maddison's disrespectful.
It is.
But I get why they've done it, because you go in low in it and then build higher in that. They're ready to weather the storm this season and see how it goes. But trust me, they will splash sooner or later. Probably be next season. But I actually think they want to do the right. I think they want to do things the right way in it. But you know, they'll soon see when the fans put pressure on them and stuff like that. Because they've got a good manager. The players seem to love him and they understand him. He's still quite young anyhow, so he's still in touch with them, and the crowd love him at the moment. And to be fair to him, he done a great job when he came in last season. So, but we've seen this before, man. And I hope he doesn't go down the route where they've got Eddie Howe hanging on to do this little start of a rebuild kind of thing, and then they get rid of him and then bring in someone and then give him all the good players. Because if you're going to give someone all the good players, give them to Eddie Howe and let him have a chance at it. It's not fair. Like, we've only seen him at Bournemouth. So it would be nice to see somebody who is supposed to be less experienced, but he managed Bournemouth for ages. He's managing Newcastle now. So it'd be nice to see him with a lot of money, bro, because like what we said earlier about football snobbery and that, it's not just foreign managers who can manage in it. So it'll be interesting to see people like him and Graham Potter and that. Give him a chance, man, even if it's just one season with money. And then if it doesn't work out, then whatever, innit? But
yeah, exactly. I mean, there's this thing going around. I don't know what it is, that English players can't be tactically good. English managers can't be tactically good. I don't know why we think this, but you know, look at some of the top English. I mean, Phil Foden is talented. You know what I mean? He's extremely good extremely good footballer. There, you know, look at English players. Saka, you know, very good footballer. Phil Foden's technically a good footballer. English players can play football. Now, Mason Mount, whatever people think, he gets 10 goals a season for Chelsea. He's a good footballer. You know, all this myth that England ain't technically good, it's just ridiculous. And then Graham Potter is a very good coach.
He's a top coach, bro.
He's young enough. He's got to go places. He's got to do big things, Graham Potter. And
for me, I said that because I thought that Arteta was going to lose his job at some point. I was like, Arsenal, get Potter, bro. Trust me, like he'll sort your squad out. He gets you playing nice football with better players.
Cool. Imagine Arsenal playing Brighton football, but with the players
they'll be proper up there, bro. Yeah. To be fair to Potter, he actually plays similar to how Arsene Wenger's Arsenal used to play.
Yep.
You know that like the stage where they had Ozil, Sanchez, and Wilshere. That stage. He plays like that Arsenal, and they were still good. So
No, I agree. I agree. Jane, you think Liverpool Darwin's my hero? Yeah, Darwin Nunez is going to be quality. Why didn't we take a punt on Sanchez? 15 mil a steal.
with Sanchez?
What Sanchez I am, Jono? Let me know what Sanchez, my man. Let me know.
I don't even know who.
Yeah, Foden's quality. Give Potter the England job.
Facts.
If Southgate gets sacked or leaves after the World Cup, Potter's got to be the favourite, surely.
Yeah, he might not want it though, innit?
He might not want it because he's young,
yeah.
but
yeah, like managing a club compared to an international is completely different. They work way less.
Because he's a quality coach. I'm trying to think who could coach England. That'd be. I just think Potter's style of football with the players at England. Yeah, he's got to be more attacking minded. He's attack minded with Brighton. Problem with Brighton is they got no like from the shed end says Brighton have missed out on the striking the amount of chance they miss. Yeah, exactly. They're a very attack minded side that keep the ball, but because they haven't got that forward, and
Mate, their forward line has always been the problem of not scoring goals. It's always been their biggest problem.
They're Brighton. Who are they going to attract to come in that forward area? As well, the forward has to be a certain type of forward as well that would fit into Potter's system. So it has to be a certain kind of forward as well that it's a pressing forward, so I'd say. And then them sort of forwards, unfortunately, going to your Liverpools and your Cities and stuff like that. So it's very hard for Brighton to go in the transfer market and just grab before. I've always said it. I think Jamie Vardy would be perfect at Brighton. Even now at his age, you take a Jamie Vardy at Brighton now, I think he'd do business.
I think even Calvert-Lewin would do better at Brighton. And I don't even like him, but
Calvert-Lewin's out injured for 3 more months, ain't he? Did you hear that today? So Calvert-Lewin's out injured for another 3 months. Yeah. And they do no Richarlison. How are Everton getting points?
Mate, they're finished, bro.
Everton
they are done, bro.
Bang in trouble. PSG have signed Renato Sanchez. Because 15 million for Sanchez, weren't it?
Yeah, that's the injury thing, man, because Liverpool were close to signing him so many times, bro.
His injury record's not great, is it?
Yeah, he's a great player, but his injuries are just like we can't have somebody like Ox in the squad and then try and get Renato Sanchez, bro. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, the Ox dudes today ain't good at. He's apparently going to be out for 3 to 4 months. 3 to 4 months, I reckon.
I told you, man. As long as Perry stays around.
3 to 4 months. Apparently, his hamstring completely come off the bone. I think it was like Harry Kane a couple of seasons back when he was out for a few months. That hamstring where it just completely comes off the bone. So there's a midfield issue maybe at Liverpool. Curtis Jones was seen in crutches and an air boot, weren't he? And apparently he's having a scan. Apparently he's having a scan tomorrow, and we'll go find out the certainty of his injury. And Ox is out for a few months. Do you think Liverpool might go in a transfer window late for a midfielder? Now you're hearing this injury news.
No, not based on us not wanting one on. I just it's just not Klopp's way on it. He'd rather wait till flipping January, man. To be fair, then there's the World Cup just after it. But Ox doesn't play anyway. And Curtis is on the bench. I think the only problem is obviously they just loan Morton out. But I don't know. I just can't see it happening, bro.
No, I agree.
Think of it: Carvalho, midfielder; Elliott, midfielder; Naby or Henderson's gonna start with the other two. That's 3 midfielders on the bench. Milner's a midfielder as well. That's 4 on the bench already. So I don't think it will happen, man. Obviously, the numbers are going to look like because Jata's injured as well. But if you think about, I don't know, it might just look worse than it is because of 5 subs. But realistically, like, they're 2 players that wouldn't get used constantly, if that makes any sense. So,
I agree. I mean, I think a lot of people are going off it on it now because Klopp said in his press conference in pre-season that we'll only sign a midfielder if we sell one or one gets a really bad injury. And there was, Ox is out for like 3 months. So I think what he meant by it was a year-long injury. That's like
we know exactly what
like
he meant. He meant
like
a Gomez
a Van Dijk or a
injury.
Gomez injury,
Yeah.
where you're gone for the whole season and you're not back till next season. That's the injury he means by it. Obviously, we let Thingy go out on loan now. He's gone to Blackburn, Tyler Morton,
Yeah.
which I think
Good
will do him
move.
a lot of good.
Yeah, it's the right move. It's the right move.
I mean, we must have a little thing with Blackburn because obviously we let Harvey Elliott go there as well, didn't we? And
to be fair, Klopp just might put Bajetic on the bench, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he looks talented.
And I wouldn't blame him, to be honest.
He looks talented enough.
He can hold his own.
He looks stronger in Tyler Morton as well, don't he? He looks a bit more.
Yeah, he
does. Physical in that midfield, which I think that's the only reason Tyler Morton's gone on loan.
All I know with Bajetic is when he gets the ball, you can't tell that he's a kid.
No, not all.
Like I was actually trying to look on the pitch the other day, and I was like, "Oh, it's him." I couldn't tell who it was, bro. But he just moves around like he's been there the whole time, bro. So
no, I agree. Yeah, he moves like a grown up. No doubt about it. It's a shame, Ox. It's time to go. I mean, I don't think Ox.
It's definitely a shame. It's definitely a shame. Like I've passed the jokes and stuff now. Like it's not even nice on his career, bro. But he is done.
Yeah,
Firmino's teeth. I have sorted out. Should I announce this before we go on to the call?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so the FPL league is done now. The Premier League Fantasy Football League. So what you need to do is, if you head over to, don't do it now. When we finish here, head over to Savage Talks Football and go to my About page, and all the details are there with the link and the pin is all in the About page. So you click on the YouTube channel, it says flipping content, whatever, about, just click on it. All the details are there. I think as soon as you click on the link, or put the link in your bar, it enters you straight into the league. And then from there, you make team, and then boom, confirm it, and then we'll run from there, man. And then once the league starts, we'll update every week and go through it. So no problems there. But anyone who asks you, that's where you just head to. And while you're there, subscribe to the damn page, bro. Don't just land on my page. Don't just land on my page, take the pin, and then not subscribe, bro. Because I will know that you've done it. I will know that I've done it as well. Because I can see who's on the I can see who's on the FPL, and I can see who's subscribed. So don't be a bum, man. It's free.
Yeah, exactly. So you know what to do, guys. Go to Savage Talks Football. Subscribe to his channel, and then go to just go to the About bit at the top. Click on that.
Because for some reason, I think it might be because of the numbers of subscribers, but you can't do a community post. So it must be because of how many subscribers I've got. Because I was going to post it, but yeah, is what it is.
That is what it is. Yeah, I think you need 500 subs to
do
a thingy post.
Yeah,
guys. So what we're going to do? We're going to get you guys on in 1 second, and get you guys on, have your say. You don't have to talk about Liverpool. You can talk about anything, actually. Like, if you want to talk about your club, you've got Chelsea fans in here, Arsenal fans, whatever, and you want to have a little talk about your club, go for it, guys. Go for it. I'm just going to share the screen a sec. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm just going to share the screen and show you Savage's channel. So, and then it's easier for everyone to go to. So there it is, guys, there. So the About bit there, click on that. So you got home videos, go to About, click on that, click on the link for the fantasy football, and then sign yourself up. And don't forget to subscribe to his channel while you're there. I can see 50 subs right now. That's gone quite a bit, to be fair. So make sure you hit that subscribe button as well, because we will know and we will call you out.
I will call you out and I will fight you, bro. So just subscribe, bro.
Right, let's get you guys in here. So come on in, guys. You have 3 minutes if you want to come in. You have 3 minutes to ask us any question you want. You don't have to be a Liverpool fan. You want to come in. If you're a Chelsea fan, Arsenal fan, Man United, whatever, come in, talk about your team. Let us know. If you're a Liverpool fan, you want any Liverpool questions you want us to talk about, come in and let us know, guys. Look forward to seeing you all. It does look a bit more impressive. I think that's because he's a bit more physical on the ball and off the ball as well, and I think that helps. I think that's the reason Morton's gone to Blackburn, really, is the physical side of his game.
Yeah.
He's too good to play under 23 football. This is the problem. He's too good for that league. So he needs to play with grown-ups, Playing with 21-year-olds is different to playing with seasoned 26, 27-year-old men. It's completely different world. So they're doing good. And obviously we've got a good thing with Blackburn because we let Harvey Elliott go there. So obviously there's Liverpool like what they did with Harvey Elliott. Yeah, guys. So go Egyptian King, subscribe.
Big up Egyptian King, bro.
Yeah, did you want to tell them what you got planned as well? What we were talking about earlier while we're waiting for everyone to come in.
Yeah. So obviously we were talking. I think when we were done the England game the other day, a lot of people was asking about the channel going forward and stuff. And obviously, like we're all part of the same Liverpool community and that, but a lot of people are doing the same kind of stuff with the watch-alongs and things like that. And sometimes I'm a part of Jamie's ones and stuff like that. So I thought I'd leave that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have the Premier League hangover show on Mondays after the Premier League weekend to cover everything from the whole weekend. So every Premier League team, all the results, the goals, everything to do with that, whatever news is going on. Me, Jamie, and Cav, I asked Cav to come on as well. Obviously, everyone's welcome to come across, have your views on everything as well. But I just thought it'd be fun, just a nice, chilled one, and nothing too serious. We'll have a laugh on there. We'll laugh at Arsenal. And it's gonna be dope, man. It'll be every Monday. So obviously, once the Premier League starts, every Monday, probably be around midday. It's gonna be dope, bro. Jamie's gonna be there. Love Island Cav's gonna be there. No one's auntie because he'll steal it. And yeah, it's gonna be dope, man. So make sure you come across. It'll be every week, it'll be a live stream. Everyone's welcome. Just just don't make sure you're not scumbag because don't promote scumbags, and that's what it is, man. But it's definitely gonna be fun, man. Nice little Premier League roundup show.
There you go, guys. There you go. Yeah, people are just subbing now and to see your subscriber count going up. So big up everyone subscribing.
Big
as
up
well.
Everyone, man.
Yeah, so get in there on Mondays as well, guys. It's going to be a good show on there. There you go, just subbed.
Big up, bro.
Guys, the link is in the chat, so come on in. No one's come in yet, so come on in, guys. Have your say on the show. We do like these call-in shows.
Comment, man. This guy, bro.
Make sure you're there Monday and bring your aunties. Bring your aunties. Bring your aunties. Link for Savage's channel. I can put the link in. Don't worry about that. Hang on 1 second, guys.
Big up, man.
I can do that. There you go. So, guys, yeah, come in, guys. We ain't got anyone. Usually, you guys are all in. We ain't got no one coming in yet. Come in, guys, and say what you want to talk about, guys. And anything you want to talk. Don't have to be about Liverpool. You want to talk about anything? Talk about. Big up, Kev. I think defenders will be shocked how physical Nunez is. He does know the dark arts. Exactly.
He definitely knows the dark arts, bro. South American, bro.
Yeah, of course. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you if you don't subscribe.
Come on. My guy, bro. Liam Neeson talking that, bro. Come on. One of the greatest movie speeches of all time, bro.
Oh God. On. That is an amazing bit of I just want to do that at one of my daughters when they get a boyfriend and mess her up. You know what I mean? I just want to.
You know one of the funniest things I saw in the movies, bro. Like, it's Taken 2 that he finds out who the Turkish Don is because he says sugar in his own language.
Yeah. Sugar.
Of all the words you remembered, it's like, yeah. Do you know what? This is sugar. Okay, you're the one who took my daughter. You scumbag.
Taken 2 is a bit mad, though, ain't it? Taken 2 is a bit mad. When he's sitting in the van and he doesn't know where he's going, but he's counting.
Piss off, man! And he's like, left turn, birds, smoke. I'm like, flipping out, bro.
It could be anywhere. It literally could be anywhere. Like, it could be in any city. Oh man! Now Breaking Bad. Who do you
come on
talking to right now? Did they just have the crossover in Never Called Saul?
Walter White, Better Call Saul.
Yeah, didn't they have the crossover?
Hold on, they made Gustavo gay, bro.
I've never watched either, so I don't know.
Now Gus he's the baddest guy. He's one of the baddest guys in TV history, bro. And for no reason, they just made him gay.
Like, gay.
Oh mate.
It's Vince McMahon writing the show now.
To be honest, I can't. I find it hard to rewatch Breaking Bad, even it's one of the greatest programs of all time. But I hate his wife so much that I can't watch it, bro. That's how much she bothers me. I hate her. Like if I saw her in real life, I'd have to remember that it's a TV program for a minute because I hate her, bro. Cheating scumbag, man got cancer and she's cheating on him and that, bro. Nah.
I found Breaking Bad really hard to get into.
You know, I know why. I know why.
Series
I
one
bet
is
you it's
so
too
dry.
slow.
Yeah,
It's too
series
slow,
one.
isn't it?
Series one is so dry, man. And then obviously everyone tells you series two. Everyone says series three is the best or something.
Yeah, they've done it on purpose, on it. Because you got to remember, like, when Breaking Bad got popular in England on Netflix, it had already been out for ages.
Yeah, we got it.
Like,
well
came out in
rated.
2013, I think. But in England, people started talking it around like 2016, 17, and that. So they had the time to build it up on TV. So no one really cares. No one really cares if it's slow on TV. You watch one episode a week, you get on with your life on it. But yeah, man, Walter White, bro, it's a bad man. But I feel you on that. It is slow to get into and all that, bro.
Yeah, guys, come on, call in, guys. No one's called in yet. We want to hear from you tonight. So don't just talk in the chat. Come on and have a talk to us in the. Come and talk to us, guys. Hit that link. I'll put the link in again. Hit the link. Come in and chat with us, guys, and chat whatever you want. If you don't want to talk football, we want to talk something else. Talk for it. We're here. We want to chat to you guys. So if you don't want to put your camera on, you don't have to put your camera on as well. Just come in and have a chat, Cav, if you're around. Come in as well. Blackbird is good. What is Blackbird?
I don't know.
Never heard of it.
No, don't know.
I know Black Phone, which I watched yesterday, which is mad.
And Black Phone's dope.
Awesome movie, by the way.
Ethan Hawke's a G though, isn't he?
I love Ethan Hawke. He's one of my favourite actors, man.
Yeah,
he does
Training Day Techers, man.
And he's doing horror now as well, and he's quite good at it.
He was even good in Moon Knight.
Yeah.
He didn't have much to do as well, but he was good in that.
Good in that. He's good in Sinister. I like that as well.
Obviously, Training Day is the one, bro. But,
Training Day is a great film. That's one of my favourite ever films.
Incredible movie, man.
I love Training Days. Love Training Day.
It's hard to believe that, like, you can flip it. Seeing Denzel Washington as such a villain is kind of mad, isn't it? But it's incredible at it, man.
Yeah, I love him as a villain. He's a quality villain.
Dope, man.
It's a new TV show.
It's a new TV show.
For me, Nose Teeth. What's it about? Let us know. We'll have a look at it. I'm always. I like TV shows better than films at the moment. So
I don't know if I'm like. I think I'm too old school with certain things, yeah. Because you know when they like give you just everything now, innit? So if a program comes out, they just throw it all at you at once. I kind of like looking forward to. Oh, it's coming out today.
You like the
Let's go watch it.
You like the
because when they're all out together, I feel like there's too much stuff, and I'm forced. You're forced to watch it because of spoilers, innit? Because of everyone on Twitter and stuff. If you don't watch it within the first flipping week, you forget about it. Everyone knows what's going on and tells you about it. I felt like that when I watched Squid Games, I had to watch it straight away. There's loads of like programs I just have to watch them straight off before everyone starts telling me. Madness.
Yeah. The only one I never saw any spoilers for was Stranger Things. I never saw spoilers to Stranger Things on Twitter or anything. Yeah,
they were quite smart though, and they split the seasons up and the season up into two parts. Might do the was it Step?
I've just started watching this. It's mental.
Is that the real documentary?
Yeah. I'm watching
the
real documentary now. I'm on episode 3, I think. When
it's the one with the man and his wife on it.
Yeah, I mean he killed her. I don't care what anyone says.
Bro, I was watching that documentary like, what is going on here, bro? Like, this is the maddest thing ever, man.
Yeah, mad. It is. It's quality. Big up Andrew in the house.
CM Punk in the house, bro.
Hey, Andrew.
Yeah, I've just read Onana, apparently from Lille.
Yeah.
Apparently Everton have put an offer in now to hijack West Ham.
Ooh.
That's a weird deal, man.
How much is that?
6'6" he is, the midfielder.
How much?
I think it's 35 million euros plus 5 million euro add-ons.
What's his name again?
Onana.
Oh, Onana.
It's not the goalkeeper, by the way. It's the midfielder.
Yeah.
No. I know the one you're on about. Yeah.
I always get mixed up.
Yeah, Liverpool were apparently interested in him for a while as well.
Yeah, last season, on it.
But Everton,
this Curtis Jones news taking a while, isn't it? Apparently.
Yeah. Apparently, Curtis Jones got over a scan.
I think basically this is why I think everyone's saying this. I don't know if it'll be true or not. I think everyone's saying if this Jones news is serious, then be first thought. I think Klopp's going to have just say to Julian to go back on the mark and try and find us a midfielder.
Yeah, that's what me and Savages was talking about now.
Yeah.
It's
gone quiet on Bellingham, hasn't it, for next summer?
But going quiet is always a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good thing, man.
Yeah.
All good things come to those who wait. That's the saying, isn't it?
Facts. Seems
Yeah.
like they probably just had a deal in place or something on the table and said, listen, there's no point talking about it now. But this is what we want. So be very interesting, man. That's why every time I see the other teams signing midfielders, it makes me happy because I'm like, if everyone's signing midfielders now, they won't need them next season. And he'll just be free for the going. And you don't want to get into a bidding war with anyone. Liverpool won't do it. So,
and Liverpool do look into things like that as well.
Yeah.
They like having free hits at players because Liverpool don't get into transfer wars, do they? They just they try and get the things done. But yeah, so that's big for Everton. I mean, they need players. If you ask me, they need goal scorers.
Man, he's going to come to the Prem and get relegated, bro. Good luck to him.
Yeah, Klopp's transfer decision as injury list grows. Liverpool defeat Strasbourg Wednesday. The absence of navigating Curtis Jones cause a concern. Yeah, I mean, Naby was just ill, weren't he? He's fine.
Yeah.
Curtis Jones is the one, though, and Diogo Jota. He said Diogo Jota should be back in a couple of weeks, like into training. So, yeah, that's decent news as well. So, what's that? Jane, will there be any pens as merch? What pens?
Pens?
Does anyone use pens anymore? I ain't used a pen since school.
Some people just like the feel of old school stuff in it.
Yeah. I'll get the old fountain pens with the feather on the end of it. Bring them out. Go old school. Get the old inkwell.
Yeah,
man. When I was in school, in primary school, our desks used to have the inkwell hole in the desk. And
I know what desk you're talking about.
And a little groove at the top of the desk.
That little divot,
where you're meant to leave your fountain pen, yeah. I had them shit desks, man.
I remember my sister bringing a desk home, man. They were doing some refurbs at the school when she was leaving in year 6 to go to senior school. And they were just throwing desks out and some of the kids got to take. So she brought a desk home, man, with a little flap and that, and you got the stuff inside.
Yeah, I remember.
That's bro. Big on my sister, man.
Desk home.
Yeah, she brought a desk home, man. My sister's a G, man. She's
just carried the desk home. It's nuts. Absolutely nuts. Thoughts on Cucurella's 50 million move to Chelsea. Well, it hasn't happened just yet, but it looks like it will do.
Could you imagine if Barcelona hijack? Could you imagine?
If Barcelona hijack that'd be hilarious.
It would go. It's where we came from.
That's why I don't know if this Chelsea going for De Jong thing will actually happen.
Yeah, but apparently he wants to stay now. Apparently he wants to stay at Barca, despite the talks.
I think he's wanted to stay there the whole time, to be honest. They're just forcing him out so they don't have to pay him his money.
He's Dutch. Every Dutch player wants to play for Barcelona. The Johan Cruyff legacy is massive. Absolutely massive. I'm on Chesterfield, 15 miles away. I'll go and see. What's that about?
What the hell?
Don't know.
Unless there's a crime going on or something's happened.
Yeah, it sounds like
it's from Sheffield.
Don't be planning no crime in this chat, bro. It's going to be used as evidence.
You have the right to remain silent.
Man. I'm going no comment anyway, but you know.
Gav, I literally can't watch this Game of Thrones spin-off because the last series pissed me off so much.
Nah, they've ruined the last season.
The House of Dragons.
I can't be. I'm not bothered. I don't care if.
I prefer Game of Thrones. I seen the trailers. Like, no, not for me.
The final series upset me so much. I'm like, no, I can't do that. I wasted my life on that show.
I couldn't believe that some motherfucker left a Starbucks cup in one of the scenes, bro. That's the maddest thing I've ever seen. You ruined that, bro. As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh my God, bro. How did someone done that on purpose in it? It's impossible to leave it there. Like, it's editing in it. You can't. There's movie mistakes, and then there's leaving a Starbucks cup in some medieval times, bro. Like, it doesn't make fucking sense, bro. Flip sake, man. Tell you what's sick. Vikings is sick.
Is that really special?
Vikings is incredible, bro.
That's really, really good.
It's incredible,
man. The Dean Henderson thing. So, did everyone hear this Dean Henderson interview on Talk Sport?
Yeah.
What does everyone think of it? Do you reckon his career is like?
It's done, man.
Why would he say it? Why would he come
don't
out with
know.
some of the things? It's madness. Man's bitter. I don't know why he's bitter either. He's not better than De Gea in goal. He's never going to play for Man United. Like
Solskjaer sold him a dream, probably.
What I'm hearing, what I've heard as well, that Solskjaer said he was going to be his number one.
I think that was the plan because even Man U fans were talking about it at the beginning.
I think Solskjaer told him, "You're going to be my number one opening next season. You're going to be not my number one. I want you here to stay. I have a lot of faith in you and all that." De Gea got contract issues with him and stuff like that, so you're going to be my number one. And he never became it, and he got loaned out again. And I think that's just where his frustrations come from. But I can understand that being lied about, sold a dream and all that. But at the end of the day, he's not a very good goalkeeper. That's why he's not playing for Man United. As simple as that.
Yeah, facts.
Simple as that. Can you imagine Klopp going to Kelleher? Right, you're going to be our number one next season. Although Alisson's still here. It's not Kelleher's not going to believe that for a second, is he? You know what I mean? He's not going to go, yeah. So I'm taking over Ali's spot. Yeah, whatever. Is it April Fools? You know what I mean? Dean Henderson,
madness, bro.
He's just. I feel for him, but yeah, his career's done. The new Elvis film's class. I've not even seen it. I can't stand Elvis.
I haven't seen it.
I can't stand Elvis. I really can't stand him.
Elvis is a thief, man.
Never wrote his own music. He married a 15-year-old. I mean, why is not more said about this? Why is not more said about it?
I liked his wife though. She was in Naked Gun in it.
Yeah. And then her daughter married Nicolas Cage as well.
And Michael Jackson.
Yeah, and Michael Jackson. Jesus Christ.
Problem with her daughter is that when I was a kid I thought the daughter was pretty, but that's because I never saw her next to Elvis. Bro, if you see them in a picture, if you put a picture next to her and mate, you can't unsee it. She looks exactly like her dad. Madness. Madness. But yeah, the wife was a G, man. Naked Gun, Bad Boy Show. OJ was in it. Okay.
OJ was in it. It was the comedy.
OJ was in it, man.
It was the comedic value, wasn't he?
He was funny as hell in it as well.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
He definitely did it anyway.
Yeah. I mean, that man. Jeez, the glove didn't fit. Do you remember the court when they're trying to put the glove on?
The glove don't fit. You must have quit, bro. You know, like that. It's. I actually think he's been lying that long that he's convinced himself that he didn't do it now. Because when you hear him speak, he looks like he means it when he says he ain't done it. But bro, he wrote a book saying he basically wrote a book saying how he would have done it if he'd done it, and I'm like, all the details you put in this book, it's very good evidence because this is what happened. So I don't know what's going on with that guy, bro. But
Elvis was 24 and she was just 14.
Oh my God!
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Man.
Yeah, bro. Man, like
just,
Elvis and that Graceland. King of pop, none of that, bro. King of rock and roll and that, bro.
That's just madness, ain't it? That's just madness. So yeah, this article was reading there about Jurgen Klopp just now. So Jurgen Klopp is basically saying even with the injury to Oxlade-Chamberlain, and Curtis Jones, and loaning out Tyler Morton, he's not going to go to the transfer market to buy a midfielder.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, I'm just reading this now. Obviously, Klopp has midfielders in mind. He has certain players he wants to play in that position. Obviously, Tchouaméni was one of them. He obviously was one of them. And Liverpool, Real Madrid came along, offered him ridiculous wages that Liverpool couldn't match. So they left out of it. Also, I think Klopp was taken aback a bit when Tchouaméni came out and said, "I'll decide where I go after the Champions League final."
Yeah, them kind of things don't go down well.
Yeah, I think Klopp said it before. You join us for being us. You don't join us because we won one so and so the other day or anything like that. You join us because you want to join us. And I think that put him off. And so that transfer never happened. Obviously, the Jude Bellingham stuff's gone very quiet, but that's all going to be for next season. There was no way Jude Bellingham was leaving this summer when they've just sold Haaland, and Sancho the year before. It's just. You can't get rid of Sancho the year before, Haaland and Jude Bellingham in 12 months. You just can't do it. So Borussia Dortmund went out and bought quite well this summer. And I think with the players they bought this summer, it's easier to release Bellingham the following year. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but that's how it looks.
Makes
to
sense,
me.
man. They always buy well and they build up their players. They've got a few gems there already, to be fair. I think Reyna's still there, Guerrero's still there. They got ballers, man. So makes sense. And to be fair to them, I don't blame them in it. Like, you lose Haaland in the season, and you can't be losing both of them in one season. It's kind of mad.
No, exactly.
Just because all of us, just because everyone else tries to treat the Bundesliga like it ain't shit, it means a lot to their fans, and it means a lot to them. They don't think it's easy while they're there. It's just that everyone looking from the outside does. So for them, it's like, nah, we need to win the league. We need to try and win the German Cup and all that. So
yeah,
I
bet Elvis was inevitable.
I just wanted to say as well, obviously it was
mate.
first game back at Anfield, so obviously after 9 long years without I haven't been to a game since 9 years.
Big up to you, mate.
So Sunday it was inside for me. It was like I was emotional inside because obviously with my uncle not being there, like he used to sit next to me every game we used to go to. But the atmosphere was incredible. Got to see the youngsters for the first time, like Carvalho, Harvey Elliott, Muzalowski as well. Nice to see him get his start in the second half. I thought I think Carvalho and Harvey linked up play was fantastic, even though we did lose the game. But Muzalowski, he looks something special, and mate, like the skills he pulled off in that game, unbelievable. He looks like a very good talent, mate. Honestly.
Yeah, I agree with you. He's a baller, but there's something going on there, man. Because he's been spoke about for like 3 years now. He's been a baller, and we've played youngsters in cups and everything like that, and he never comes along, man. Like even when he was flipping doing, I think he was on the F2 thing before as well. He was doing behind the scenes stuff, but it never seems to. So I don't know what it is. Maybe they're just waiting for him to grow. I don't know. It could be anything, to be honest. But he is an absolute baller, bro.
Jesus Christ, Paul. I mean, 24 and 14. I mean, you know what I mean? It's just a bit dodge. But yeah.
DJ Savile and that job. Jim will fix it, man.
You know who's a fan? Jimmy Savile. Oh, my God. What's the atmosphere like in Anfield, though? Obviously, everyone going knew that the first team played 24 hours before, so they probably weren't going to see any of the big players. So how was the atmosphere in the stadium?
It was good. Obviously, when it went to 3-0, it went a bit quiet, but then everyone kept like chanting for Liverpool to do something, try and get a goal, get the rhythm going again and stuff. Obviously, Stefan Bajcetic nearly scored a free kick. He looks another decent player, obviously well liked by Klopp and the staff. I think it's just got to take time for the youngsters. I think the youngsters, it was nice to Klopp give. I was hoping for Darwin, to be honest, to get a chance. Not going to lie. I would have loved to see him obviously play on the Sunday, but obviously he played 24 hours before the Sunday game. So, it was, I'm hoping to go to a few more games this season. Hopefully, I'm going to try and get the membership, hopefully. Try and go a few games. So
they changed the ticket system this season, and the fuckers.
Oh, it's the only way to get tickets now is if you're a member.
That system is shit, bro.
You're either a member or a season ticket holder. Otherwise, you
have to be thinking now. Like, if I wanted to give you a ticket now, I have to add you to like a list before.
Yeah. Because they check the name now, don't they?
Which is fine if you've got people who constantly do it and that, but. Obviously, if you're getting it off websites and things like that, which I normally have done.
Yeah, because there's a website that sold tickets.
It comes from season ticket holders.
Who couldn't go, so they sell their ticket online, but now they check the name on the ticket.
So I think they've had to change the thing now. Like, you would have to get in contact with the ticket place way before the match now, so they can get the season ticket holder to put your name down. Luckily, when my brother when I sent you that video of the other day of Anfield, and my brother was at Charity Shield game. He said he's a G still. He said that he said he met some girl that he liked and that, and he got a number and all this business, and her dad's a season ticket holder.
Oh wow!
And he said that like He said that she added him to a WhatsApp group full of Liverpool fans who have all got season tickets. So when it's just like, because my brother paid 35 quid for the ticket, and I was like, bro, what the hell? So he said that they'll just check the group and that, and whenever this ticket's free, they'll just message people. So hopefully, man, because I love going Anfield, man, and they've added the thingy in it now. You can stand up in there again. They got the rails and that. So my son enjoys going in that, but. Yeah, I mean, what in the tag teams going on here, bro? Like all this Legion of Doom in the chat, bro.
Hello, John again. Hello, mate.
Big up, John. You filthy animal, Love Island Cal in the play. Yeah, come on, man.
Before we move on, just need to say big congratulations to John. He's expecting baby number 3. So big congrats to John.
Man, like John, you know.
Big congratulations,
Come
John.
on. No,
John and his missus. Big up to you guys.
Congrats, John. Great news.
John, the sex symbol and that, bro. That's why he always looks tired when he jumps in the chat, bro. My guy, bro.
How you doing,
big
guys?
up to you, man. It's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah, big up, John. Big up. Kev, how you doing, Kev? How you doing? Everyone good?
I'm all right. I'm tired, though.
Tired today.
Yes. I had football earlier on. I played 90 minutes and it was 27-degree heat. And you know, I didn't realize until I started running, I was like, it's humid around here. The legs feel heavy, and I was
killer. As soon as you start sweating, the electrolytes leave your body. Game over, bro.
Yeah,
it wiped everything from me. But I was just sitting downstairs listening to the chat, and I thought, I'll just get involved. So
we got you.
I knew if I left it, Savage would start slandering me at some point. So I'm just coming in here to save my name.
Definitely was gonna, bro.
I've got some massive breaking news. I don't know. This is just breaking right now. Chelsea Football
They've
Club.
got penis enlargement pills on the market.
I'm getting that next. But Chelsea Football Clubs are in discussions with Barcelona to sign Aubameyang from Barcelona.
To sign who? Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang
from Barcelona. They're in discussions.
This geezer has no loyalty to Arsenal, bro.
The Chelsea have started discussions for the transfer of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, reports for Fabrizio Romano. It's in BR Football. A lot of other people. It's just coming out right now, the last 5 minutes or so. Some breaking news there.
Well, one thing I know about Aubameyang, bro, he can score goals, bro. He can score goals, but I don't know if him and Tuchel together, bro. Don't know about that.
Yeah, but from the Barcelona point of view, not surprising. They're trying to shove people out the door. They don't want to go. They're moving on to the next man, aren't they? And look,
he's got some big wages as well, bro.
The thing is, they've just got Lewandowski, so Aubameyang needs to leave.
I mean, exactly. And they've still got Memphis Depay, and they've got 3 players there that will want to be starting games. So the football wise, they probably had to get rid of somebody anyway.
Yeah. So Memphis Depay is a weird. That's a weird man, He's like his whole career's been an anomaly to me, bro. Like when you watch him, he's got all the talent in the world. He can do everything. He flipping raps in his spare time and that makes music videos and that. He's pretty good at that too. He just doesn't amount to anything, bro. I don't get it.
Yeah.
You see the goal he scored the other day for Barcelona when he sent the geezer the wrong way.
Yeah, he went. But that's what he's capable of. He's a player that's capable of so much. He has the skills that not a lot of players possess. But he just doesn't have the numbers. He doesn't have the stats to throw up alongside his brilliance at times. I thought when he was at United, wasn't he? If you created a highlights reel for some of the stuff he did well at United, you'd think he's one of the world's best players, but he wasn't.
Lou van Gaal brought him in, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think he's one of them players, isn't it? Like he's a top player in that, but when you think you're better than you are early, that's what happens. Oh, come on, John.
Look at that baby more.
John wasted no time, bro.
He's in Liverpool right now, isn't he?
Oh, hotel.
Yeah, John's in.
I remember you said yesterday, actually. Yeah. Come on, bro.
That's sweet, man. That's sweet.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man. That's
but you struggle to get in it, though, John. That's my only comment.
I'm thinking how do I fit into it?
It's nice, John.
It's small for me. We need to get them young. Get them young.
You have to, bro.
Give them day fucking one.
Come on.
If Aubameyang joins Chelsea, Troops will have a meltdown. Yeah,
I know it's because Aubameyang's his friend now, isn't it? Mad.
yeah. Aubameyang don't care. You know,
Nah.
he's not got no loyalty to Arsenal. Why would he have loyalty to Arsenal? I don't get it.
It's true. It's true.
I mean, it's stupid. I'd risk
Yeah,
the
he
final
only
three.
played for Arsenal. He wasn't, he didn't go through his football schooling at Arsenal, nothing like that,
Probably didn't know who Arsenal were till they signed him.
No, he didn't want to. Trust me, he wasn't interested in going there in the first place, bro. But once they said the big wages and then once they gave him the new contract, he stopped playing.
Yeah. The play
Madness.
stopped. So there's some other breaking news as well, which is mad. Chelsea have put in an €80 million bid for Frankie de Jong.
Yeah, it's going to happen at the young one.
Yeah, that's
it's just scattergun approach now, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're entering 2 days out till start of the season. It's desperation.
Yep.
Anything now.
Yeah, and Everton has submitted a 35 plus 5 million add-ons for Lille midfielder Onana, is it? Matching West Ham's bid for him.
Tall ass guy, man.
In the mid of Barcelona buying players, apparently Barcelona are now asking Gerald Piqué and Sergio Busquets for a salary reduction to register.
They're taking the piss now.
To register,
they're taking the piss, bro.
Because they can't register any of the people they signed yet.
Bro, Piqué's took 2 pay cuts in the last year, bro.
Yeah,
and lost Shakira.
He lost Shakira. Forget the money. He lost Shakira. Forget.
And she's in prime years as well. Fine wine, bro.
Yeah.
I just don't want to lose Shakira.
No, yeah,
bro. Lose the money to keep Shakira, bro.
Yeah, them hips, man. Them hips don't lie. You know what I'm saying?
Barca have no shame though, because Piqué and Busquets are arguably two of their legends that are still currently at the club. You know what I mean? If they've took pay cuts already, just leave them guys alone. Go to the other man that they've got there.
It says here if the club, and if they do not accept, the club will be in a big problem because they can't register any new signings. So they need.
It just shows though, innit, man? Because
why any players if we can't register them?
Mate, the money that Messi must have brought to that club just being there. Look at the difference. As soon as he leaves, bro, everything falls apart, man. It's crazy.
Well, he must have seen the signs. He was so integral and invested in that club. He jumped ship.
More breaking news.
And he didn't want to leave. He just knew he had to.
There's a lot of transfers happening right now. Some more breaking
news. Jamie's definitely working for Sky, bro. No one just gets breaking news like this constantly, bro.
Someone's I've just had something sent to me as well. Chelsea have submitted an opening €75 million bid to Leicester's Wesley Fofana.
Oh my god!
Opening at 75.
Euro. That's
Leicester's about to flease Chelsea now. You shouldn't open at 75.
That's a euro bid. So that's about 68 million. So
he's a baller, to be fair.
Are you on Sky Sports News tomorrow, mate?
No. Maybe September though.
Trust me, you're gonna see Jamie and Melissa ready outside Stamford Bridge, bro, just talking waffle, bro. Don't talk to her, man.
I'll go anywhere with Melissa ready. Don't worry.
Mate, can I go?
I like Melissa ready.
Mate, when you start working there, bro, don't talk to me when she's in the background, bro. I can't stand that voice, bro. I can't stand. Mate, I'll be in my kitchen and I hear Melissa ready. Turn it off, bro. I'm running into the. Turn it off, man.
You just put tape over the mouth.
What? But look at me and look at Melissa. It looked like I got her as a hostage if I do that. Oh, yeah, I need to get a tie.
She talks like she's being strangled as well. So
maybe
bro, was she South African?
Yeah.
Nah, she's a fraud, bro. She's from Sheffield or something, putting on an accent. Because when she talks, I'm just like, and today we're at Old Trafford, and the signing of Ronaldo. Apparently, Ronaldo left training and went home. What are you talking about?
It does sound like she's catching her breath.
Bring back Charlotte Jackson to Sky Sports. That's all I care about, man.
No, Savage, do you really care what she sounds like?
That's true. But I'm a respectful guy, and yeah, I mean.
Are you fucked?
Nah, man, I miss Charlotte
bullshit.
Jackson from Sky, bro. It bothers me every day, man.
You cheating bastard.
Charlotte Jackson.
Mate.
Here's
Man,
another transfer one for you. Apparently, United talking to Sesko.
Yeah,
Red
the Red Bull team we played. The one who scored.
There's the one who sent Jones and Milner packing in it.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
I've never heard United fans brag about somebody who they didn't sign yet at the time.
And don't even know
what he done to Milner, and I'm like, oh my, it's one skill, bro. Calm down.
Do you know what?
What did you make of him for the rest of that game?
Who's Cisco?
Yeah.
Fong Song, bro. Come on, Drew Hill and that. Nah,
Drew Hill.
He's all right, man. He seems like a powerful player. I'll give him that, man. He seems like a bit of an issue, man. But mate, I weren't watching him before that game at all. So
it's funny, isn't it? These profile of players that seem to be popular at the minute. You know, not slight players, low center of gravity. You know, your Aguero types. It seems to be these taller,
big guys on it.
Big guys, yeah. And don't get me wrong, they're still, you know, talented on the ground, you know, with their feet and stuff. But it seems to be going for the big guys. They seem to be quite popular, don't they?
Oh, Wolves have submitted a 3 million bid for Bordeaux striker Wong Hugo.
I know who that is, though. He's all right, man.
3 million deal with Wolves.
Can you break some Liverpool news?
I'm trying to find some. The only Liverpool news we got at the moment is contracts. Obviously, Bobby Firmino's been offered a new contract. We'll hear more about that.
No, we want Bellingham news.
That Bellingham news has gone well quiet, hasn't it? Which is a good thing.
Good sign. Good sign.
Good.
But only because, look, I think there's clearly interest on Liverpool's side of things, but for it to gather pace, the media have to push it, and now we're so close to the Premier League season starting. The media focus has gone on to that, so you'll see less fire around transfers unless they're for the likes of Chelsea and what have you, because they're likely to happen because they know that they will have to sign somebody. And also Liverpool's track record, you know, if they want a player, they're willing to wait. You kind of know, look, the rumor is, because it is still a rumor at this stage, if it's going to be next season, well, what more is there to say? You know, that's it, isn't it?
Oh,
you know?
Breaking news. Chelsea have also going with Man United for this Sesko as well. They're looking at Sesko and Aubameyang. If they can't get one, they will get the other. Apparently,
whoever's doing the transfer at Chelsea is playing FIFA, bro. Because every time
the
somebody
fax
goes
just
to somebody,
started working again. That's all it is. It's the backlog. They're finally getting out.
Breaking news just in. Stephen Phillips is now live on Sky Sports News.
Can you imagine? I might be soon though. You never know. I can't say too much. But apparently Chelsea are considering Aubameyang as a potential new striker, but they're also looking at Sesko as well. Apparently Barcelona are trying to get rid of Aubameyang because they need to get they're trying to get rid of Aubameyang to get Lewandowski signed up. They're trying to get wages that apparently now they're asking every player in the team to take a 50% pay cut. Not just PK and Busquets. Every player, apart from the ones that have just... Every player in their squad, apart from the new transfers who have just signed, or people that have signed brand new contracts, every player in their team has to take a 50% pay cut.
Mate,
why would you take a 50% pay cut?
I was just going to say that. Take away the fact that the footballers are going to run loads of money. Why would I take a pay cut, bro? I've got a contract. You pay me the money.
I'm saying the contract agreeing to my wages. Why would I take a 50% pay cut?
But,
no?
Trust me.
I think what we're seeing here is Messi generated all the money at Barcelona.
Yeah, it looks like it, man.
That's what it's looking like.
That's like you saying for a job and going, right, I pay you, say, £20 an hour. And then 6 months later, go, will you take £10 an hour? No,
no chance.
It's madness, isn't it?
What do we make? What do we make of Aubameyang? Let's say he signs for Chelsea. I think that's. How do you think that pans out?
I think
I think it's a
goals.
good deal. I think he's a good striker, man.
I think he bangs goals for Chelsea.
Yeah, me too.
Very smart taking.
Because he was doing some like amazing stuff at Arsenal, to be honest. But did he come in on the Emery in it, or was it Wenger?
Wenger.
Yeah,
Wenger's last season, isn't it?
It was Wenger's last.
Okay.
Wenger
last,
bought, Wenger
Him and
bought
Lacazette.
Alexander Lacazette and in the same transfer window. Madness.
Yeah, and he was killing it, man. Arsenal weren't winning the games and that. Well, he finished top goal scorer, isn't it? Joint with Mo and Mane.
Yeah,
22 goals.
Yeah.
So he's definitely a baller, man. And the way Chelsea play probably suits him a lot more.
Yeah,
he didn't really work well trying to do like Arsenal had him trying to do more work, and it wasn't working for him, and he just started to look lazy. But
yeah, he just has that raw ability just to find the space. And the thing with him above like anybody, let's say like Timo Werner, right?
Yeah,
he actually does have the ability to find the space and be in the space. He's just terrible once he's there. Whereas Aubameyang is clinical once he's in that spot. Clinical. So you're right. He could probably bag close to 20 goals.
I think that as well
for Chelsea, you know. But and it's probably not a bad stopgap for them, you know, if they need a forward and if they're struggling to find somebody, if it's a year or it's 2 years, that's not a bad person to have in probably.
Yeah, I think you're right, man.
Big up Chase from the Fortress Anfield YouTube channel. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Guys, go and subscribe to Chase at the Fortress Anfield. Doing big things over there. Go and give him a shout.
Big up, man.
Aubameyang with Sterling up front at Chelsea. That would be because I think Chelsea know they need a striker because I've said it for a while now. And City fans have said it as well. You look at Sterling's numbers. His best numbers come when he plays with a proper number 9. When he doesn't play with a proper number 9, his numbers go down a little bit. So I tell you what, that would change my top 4 look up if they get Aubameyang through the door. I know he's about 33 now, but he's always going to score goals. Doesn't matter.
He's quite athletic as well, man. Yeah. Hasn't really lost a yard of pace, to be honest. So.
Not really. No, he's decent player. They get that through the door. That's a decent bit of business for me.
I've not seen a lot of him since he's been at Barca other than highlights. But how good is his link-up play now? Because you talk about Sterling does well with a forward, but that only really works if you've got a man that can drop into the space and link that through. If he's purely a guy that's in that 6-yard box and tapping them in, he's not really that type of striker that is going to put someone like Sterling.
So let me get your stats up. I'm not sure.
He ain't really been in like the tapping kind of thing for Barca. He's been involved in the play a lot of the time. But it's weird watching Barcelona because they don't play how they used to, innit? Like I'm used to seeing them doing the short 5-yard passes and overloading the midfield and that, but they play a lot different. But he's been decent in the games I've seen him play anyway. But yeah, it's what it is. Everyone who plays for Boston, it just feels a bit weird. It all feels like no one's gonna be there for a long time.
Yeah, he's just one of them guys that he's just a goal scorer. You know, if you said like Henry, get your boots on, you're playing this weekend, he'll probably score. Yeah, because he's just got that brain. You know, where he just knows how to score goals.
Well, last season, so he only played 17 games because he went quite late on, didn't he? So he only played 17 games for Barcelona last season, but he got 11 goals.
Yeah, sounds about right to me.
11 goals in 17 games.
I watched him in the El Clasico. I remember that he's pretty good in that. I think he was man of the match.
So he's still a finisher. It's
what they need, man, because they were missing so many chances Chelsea last season.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a bit of good business if they get him. That really would.
Funny career for him, though. You know, if you take it back to when he was at Dortmund, and he got his schooling from Klopp and what have you. I remember when we played him in the Europa League, wasn't it at the time?
Europa League.
And I was terrified of him. He was going on that trajectory to being one of the world's best. Funny, he went to Arsenal. I just wonder if he'd have gone to a different club, whether he really could have, exploded. Look, he's a good striker, regardless. And you mentioned the name of Aubameyang, and I think everyone has the same opinion that he's a decent striker. But I don't know. I wonder if he'd have gone to like us or like a Madrid or somewhere like that, how we would kind of think about him now.
True. I think he would have kicked on.
Point.
Yeah, Arsenal wasn't the right. I think that's probably the last club I expected him to go to at the time. So I wanted him at Liverpool before, but I think he just saw the lifestyle of living in London and stuff like that, which probably swayed him because he seemed like that kind of guy. But yeah, man, I think he realised, bro, like it was in a weird transition period through managers and stuff like that, and obviously having Wenger for 20 plus years and then changing manager, it's not very good for players like that to have all these different personality and managers and stuff, and it didn't seem to work out because once Arteta got there, bro, that was game over pretty fast.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, man. We'll find out tomorrow, man. The documentary drops tomorrow, so
that
something
bit
going on there.
That bit of Arteta playing Never Walk Alone is so crazy.
Yeah, I might do a reaction video to it tomorrow.
That was terrible.
That shit's funny, bro.
I tell you what, though, like I'm fully on your page, right? But just to play devil's advocate, just to be on the other side of the coin, right?
Yeah.
Klopp has made some decisions that you look at and you go, that's not conventional. And it turns out to kind of work. Now, look, it didn't work because they lost, 4-0. So, but I don't mind so much somebody trying something. You know what I mean? Like, look, Arsenal are getting packed out every time they come for Anfield. They've got to start trying something else. They've got to do, I don't know, voodoo dolls or something else. They can't turn up and just.
Nah, you are right. Because if it came off, it would look like some work of genius at it. But I think it's because it's Arsenal. Because did you see the clip that dropped today? Yesterday was the Liverpool clip. You seen the one today with the kit man?
The kit man doing the to be fair, he's half. Have you not seen it? So the kit man did the halftime speech. He did the halftime speech, and he got proper emotional, like really emotional, because he's an Arsenal fan. He said he's been there, he's seen it all. He's been there since like the 80s or something like that. No, he wasn't the kit man. He was the photographer.
The photographer, is the photographer, bro?
Because he's a fan. He's standing there and he's getting proper emotional, and he's like, I've been at this club for fucking 40 years, and the passion, and it's like he's doing this, and it's like the players just looking at him like, what the fuck?
He's like, you go out there, you put a tackle in, they get behind you, they fucking love you. You need to go out there and do it. And listen, I'm into like I do like cinematography and stuff like that, and the way they filmed it is like they made it look like Saka was sitting up to listen to him, like, oh yeah, I think he's right, mate. That is not the same scene.
The players,
I can tell them
you can see the player. There was a bit when they went to Ramsdale, and he's just looking like he's going like this. What's going on?
It's the way Arteta grabs him, because he's like he's standing to the side of him, and then he pulls him, and he's like, tell him. And oh my god, bro! Fuck's sake! Oh man.
They'll try
the first three episodes drop tomorrow, man.
They're at the stage, they will try anything. I can't wait for that documentary. That'd be great.
That's true. That's true. What it says here. Yeah, clearly a bad attitude. Yeah, I mean, it's the thing with Klopp. Has never bought anyone he formerly managed, does he? I mean, when Klopp first came to Liverpool, I'm some of my mates, they messaged me, like Arsenal fans and all that, and they messaged me saying, do you reckon he's going to buy Gertz? Do you reckon he's going to get this and that, bring him with him and all this, and like, and they go buy Aubameyang. That was the one. I'd go, they go get Aubameyang and all this sort of stuff, and it's just like it never happened. And you got to remember, Jurgen Klopp is the one that put Bobby Firmino in the number 9 position as soon as he arrived.
Yeah,
he hasn't signed players from previous clubs, but he's definitely signed players that he's wanted at previous clubs. Sadio Mane probably being the main one.
And he spoke about Joel Matip. He wanted Joel Matip badly, but they were their derby rivals, weren't they? So they could never go for him. Yeah, so there's.
I love it when he got to Liverpool. It was like little bang, 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 shopping list. Let's go.
Gunben said it drops in 20 minutes. That's got to be everyone's midnight watch, isn't it? Hugo's gone muted.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the first 3 episodes.
Whoa! Your microphone's gone weird.
Is it fine now?
No. There's a lot of background noise and hardly your voice.
Fuck's sake.
I just
Yeah.
it's still bad.
Is it still shit?
That's better. That's better.
Yeah,
it's
you're
good, man.
back.
It's good now.
You're
Yeah.
back.
It sounded like you had a typhoon going through your room.
Shambles, man. But yeah, the first read, I'm not doing it at midnight. I don't care about Arsenal that much, but I'll record some reactions to it, man. I'll put one out a day, man.
Yeah, it'd be good. It'd be good. I can't believe it's been nearly 7 years since we got Klopp.
Have you seen the
Mad.
the inside what do they call it? Not inside training, like the inside
Community Shield.
Yeah. Have you watched it when Gundogan and De Bruyne come out of the
They'll hug Klopp
changing room
straight away, don't they?
Yeah,
They love him.
I'm telling you now, right? If they weren't playing for rivals, or De Bruyne were maybe a bit younger, he'd be all over playing for Liverpool.
Yeah, they love him, man.
Oh, if De Bruyne never played for Man City, he would have. Yeah, definitely. But the way he treats them as well. Did you see that poster that image of Alvarez scoring and then Pep just telling him tactics what to do, and then Klopp just cuddling a half-naked Darwin Núñez, and he's saying the difference between two managers.
Yeah,
and that's what me and Savage always talk about when we talk about Klopp and Pep. Klopp doesn't think football like Pep does. He just doesn't. And
facts.
The happiness Klopp had. Pep didn't even care Alvarez scored. You just went to give him tactical advice. It's like, Jesus Christ. He's a bit of a robot.
Pep's approach is one that you can get tired of as a player, whereas Klopp, you'll never, as long as the success is there and the wages are paid and everything else,
you run for a wall for him.
Just judging the men, right? Players will never tire of working for Klopp. No. Like their body will give up before their desire does. Whereas with Pep, it's probably not a surprise that Jesus and Sterling want to leave because it's just constantly, like that. That's a perfect example. We've seen it before with like Sterling when he's like played really well. And he's just like hammering him in front of the camera. It's like
horrible, bro.
Yeah, Klopp would never do that.
It's a bit embarrassing as well, but it's then hard. It's really hard then to stay Pep off because he's so successful. You know what I mean? It's like because he's so successful, he gets away with it. But yeah, there's rumours at the moment that Bernardo. The other rumour is that Bernardo Silva desperately wants to go to Barcelona, and Barcelona are apparently ready to put in an 80 million bid for him. And they're telling, and all this coming from tonight, they're telling everyone to take pay cuts. Maybe that rumour's real.
They must be remortgaging their mom's house and that to buy him because I don't understand where the
if Bernardo Silva goes to Barcelona, we're winning the league. I'm saying it right now.
Yeah,
he's
he is that. He is that big. Yeah,
he's a massive player. Full Shanfield, what is your early thoughts on Darwin's start when you know the rest of it? I think he's going to be absolutely fine.
I agree.
I think he might start on the bench Saturday, like we did in Community Shield, to come on as an impact player as he works his way in. I mean, you see the difference between him and Haaland. I personally think Klopp managed Darwin Núñez better than Pep managed Haaland on Saturday.
Yeah.
I think he didn't make him the focus. So, because Darwin didn't play and Bobby started, no one was talking about it. He didn't make it the focus. Then he came on with 30 minutes and he sort of unleashed him for 30 minutes to do what he can do. And he did it. He did it well because the way we played that game was extremely well. We put a lot of pressure on City's defence. So their defence was a little bit more tired. And then you bring on someone like Darwin Núñez for half hour to exploit that in their defence for 30 minutes. And I think that's what he might do against Fulham on Saturday because I've said it for a while. With no Jota at the moment, Darwin Núñez is a better impact substitution than Bobby Firmino. When it's just them two at the moment.
Yeah, I'd rather start Bobby.
So I'd rather start Bobby. Darwin comes on as that impact sub. As soon as Jota's fit, you can start Darwin, and then you got Jota and Bobby on the bench, or Jota starts, you got Darwin and Bobby. You got more options, ain't you? So, but in the meantime, I don't know about you boys. Coming Saturday, I think Bobby will start. Don't know what you guys think about that, Cav. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think you're going to see just a replica of the Community Shield. To be honest, just for exactly them reasons, Núñez off the bench is just frightening, and there won't be too much pressure on him as opposed to him starting. And it's just another player that just needs to learn the system. We've seen it with so many players that we sign. You know, you don't see them for months on end, and it's not because they're not quality. It's probably they probably are ready, you know, to go and beat a team like Fulham, but they have to learn the system in and out, and they have to learn it so much so that they can be trusted. So I think you're probably right in saying you probably won't see Nunes start for maybe even the first month, possibly. But then if Nunes comes on and scores, it might be a situation that you can't leave him out because, you know, he's doing so well. So time will tell. What I would say on Nunes overall is when I think about Nunes and I think about players and their careers and like their potential and stuff, I think about what the worst is that they could be, right? And I think the worst thing that could possibly happen, trying to look into the future with Nunes, is that it doesn't quite work out for Liverpool. He'll score goals, but he just won't be the right fit. But I guarantee it now, right? If he doesn't make it at Liverpool, he will make it somewhere else because
100%.
The guy is quality. He just needs to fit us, you know, and he just needs to learn and grow with us and our style and Klopp's style and what have you, which I think he will. I think he will because I think he's good enough too. But I would say that I'd say the worst that you'll ever see is it doesn't quite work out. It goes a few years, but wherever he goes, he will be a star player, guaranteed.
100%. 100%. I think he's going to be fine. I think holding him back a little bit just makes him more hungry to play in it. And when he comes on, you know what I mean? Klopp needs that, man, because we need to start strong. More with results than anything straight off the bat. That's what I care about. Of course, I don't want to see terrible performances and on the edge against teams that we should be just beating, but it's going to be interesting, man. I think what you said, Cav, I think it doesn't matter even if he comes off the bench, he's going to score and then he's going to be forced to play because he's earned his right. And that's fair enough. If he's scoring the Bobby's not, then, you know, that's how it works, isn't it? But I think he's going to be a top player for us. I think getting him at this age as well, while Klopp's the manager, means that if there was anything in his life, I don't know any of his personal life and stuff, but if he was that kind of player who could end up having an attitude problem or whatever, it's the right time to get it out. But from what I've seen, he seemed like a family guy and stuff like that already. So it's going to be interesting, man.
He's come out and said that
one second, we can just go big narrating as well. Big up, man. How you doing? You're here. You're on mute.
You're on mute.
There you go. Isa. How you doing, mate?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, big up,
my
man.
friend. How you doing?
I'm all good. It's my first time here on your channel.
That's good, my man. It's good. How are you?
Welcome, Nari. Welcome.
Big up to
there
you.
You go. There you go.
Oh, he's got change the shirt quick. Change the shirt.
No, I'm a Liverpool fan. I got a tattoo here. You'll not walk alone.
There you go.
Oh, respect,
there you go.
man.
That's
Respect.
good enough. That's good enough for us, my man. How you doing?
I'm all good. So just to let you guys know, it's almost 6 a.m. here in Bangkok. Yeah, in 10 minutes.
Jeez. Big up to you, my man.
It's 5:49. I was out with my friends today. I got back home and I saw that Jamie's live, and I had to get on. You know, like big up to you, Jamie, and Hugo the Savage as well. I've been watching you guys for a long time.
Yeah, you're normally on the Coppage calling on it.
Yeah. I've been.
Because I remember because you normally have the you never walk alone behind you on the wall.
Exactly.
Big up, man.
Big up,
Savage don't miss a trick, does he?
No.
So I'm from the streets, bro. I have to be on point.
Eyes everywhere.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I wasn't catching up on the topics of the agenda tonight, but So what is the question for tonight? Like, what have you guys been talking about? Because I really want to talk about it because I've been watching your show for a long time, Jimmy, and as a Liverpool fan, I truly love all of you here. So I want to be part of it, man. So let's get to it.
Cool. So we started the show talking about apparently the Bobby's guy getting a new contract. Liverpool's chances of winning the title, all that good sort of stuff, sort of free flow. If there's any around here, like we come up with some things we talk about to begin with, and then callers can come up and say anything they want, any kind of questions, anything you want to talk about. it's full free will here. So
Yeah.
anything you want to talk about, my friend, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah. So I've been thinking about, like, I think we have a really good chance of winning the league, and I'm not just saying it because I'm a Liverpool fan, but I really want to talk about one thing that I've been so worried about, and I know that we're a few days until the Fulham game, right? Like what,
Yeah.
2-3 days until the Fulham game.
Yeah.
So I really want to hear from you guys about like our attackers right now, because we have 5 attackers in Bobby Firmino, Diego Jota, who's injured,
Mm-hmm.
Darwin Núñez, Luis Diaz, and Mo Salah. So I don't know if it's just me or am I thinking too much, but the fact that we are not bringing in another attacker as a backup for Salah, forget about midfielder right now. I know that we do need a midfielder. Like, trust me, we need a midfielder, and I know we are desperate for a midfielder right now. But like, if you want to go for all competitions, right? Like all 4 competitions, I'm not like deluded and saying like we need to win the quadruple. I'm not saying that. But what if you want to go for all the competitions again? Who are the guys replacing Divock Origi's and Minamino's goals? Like, Takumi Minamino was our top goal scorer for the FA Cup and Carabao Cup. So my question for you guys is to make me feel better, before the season starts. Like who are going to replace the goals? Like, I'm hearing like our front 3 is going to be, so let's say in the Premier League it's Diaz, Núñez, Salah.
Yeah.
So in the other cups will be Firmino, Jota, and probably Carvalho or Harvey Elliott in the front 3.
Yeah.
Or Gordon. But like, as much as I love our squad players, I don't know if these guys can take up the pressure and like get us those goals that we actually need. So what do you guys think? Like, obviously there's still time to go until the deadline day of the transfer window, but I don't see us doing anything though, So like, what are your plans for us to go plan B? I only see us going plan A and improving plan A, but like when it comes to cup competitions, what do we do to make sure that we are in a semi-final again or a final again?
Yeah.
It's good questions. Good questions, my man. Like, I'll answer a little bit, and then I'll get the boys' answer as well. So, Divock Origi, I'm looking at Divock Origi's stats from last season. Divock Origi only played 7 Premier League games last season.
Yeah.
And he scored 3 goals.
Yeah.
Minamino only played 2 Premier League games in 12 months.
Yeah.
But he was the cup man. So, Premier League wise, I don't think it's going to be so much a problem. I think when Jota comes back from his injury, I think Jota will score goals. We know what Mo's going to do. I think Darwin Núñez will score goals, and I think Diaz will get his handful of goals as well. I think Diaz is going to be a bit more creative than a goal scorer like Mane, but I think he'll still get his diet. If Diaz gets 10 goals this season and creates a lot of chances for everyone else, that's still decent enough for me.
Yeah.
In the cup games, you are, like you say, you probably go look at Carvalho on the left, Harvey Elliott on the right, and a Bobby or a Jota in the cups, which is a decent cup front 3 for me to give the boys rest. But me and Savage spoke about the right winger situation. Having someone to come in to help out Salah in them areas.
Yeah.
Who do you buy? That's the problem. It's the hardest position I think we have anywhere in our squad to buy.
Exactly.
And we've only just got it right with Trent after 3 years. Well, we don't know if we got it right yet because we ain't seen him play, but the club think they have, in getting Calvin Ramsey in as Trent's backup right back, and that's taken 3 years. So I don't know about you, Savage. I mean, I think Taki and that will be missed for the cups, but not for the Premier League. But
I was a fan of Taki. I just liked him in it, but there's context to like the goals, and I'm not saying that he was top goal scorer, so he deserved to be that, but there wasn't like, if you look at the results, because I think 6 of them came in the League Cup. I think twice he scored twice against Luton and Norwich, which wasn't really big games, and that the games were kind of sewed up already. One of them he scored the first goal, but the rest of them we were already 7-2 against Luton, I think. So they're kind of like goals what they've added on. There was one clutch goal he scored against Leicester in the Carabao Cup semi-final or quarter-final. So I think we can replace them goals. I think it sounds, even though it's an incredible thing, it sounds better than it is, like in terms of when the goals came and stuff like that. Because you could become top goal scorer, but still scoring the goal, but the game could be over, if that makes any sense. You could be winning 3-0, come on, score, and keep doing that, and then end up top goal scorer. So I think that's fine. I think Origi as well. I think his goals, like, they dwindled season by season because he played less and less games. With Origi, it's more the fact that he was a clutch guy, innit? Like, he just ended up being that guy. I think it was he scored against, was it Newcastle and Everton last season?
Yeah,
I think it was yeah. And the Everton one was massive, but again, we can replace them goals. It was like twice it happened, and then Wolves. And in terms of the cup matches, I think that front three. Yeah, I think Klopp will change it up a little bit because he likes to get players in who are versatile in it. So if you're playing on the right hand side of midfield, chances are that you might end up playing on the right wing at some point if it's a cup match. And I think he'll act according to who we're playing against as well. Because if we draw non-league teams or championship teams and stuff like that, I think he'll just go with Bobby and Carvalho and Elliott and change the midfield around a bit, play Milner. But I think if we end up playing against a bigger team, he'll throw some of the bigger players in there as well, which shouldn't be a problem because if it's needed, it's needed. That's usually the way cups go anyway. It's a weird thing because I'm not too worried.
Nah, neither am I.
I think the numbers what we had of players made it look like when they've gone, we've lost a lot, but it were players that weren't getting played, to be honest. Like, we could have went a whole nother season with Taki and Origi, and they might not have scored this season at all because they wouldn't have played. Maybe the 5 subs maybe would have changed a little bit, but especially Origi, I've seen too many games where it even looked like we might need a striker up front and he didn't get to play.
Yeah.
When we played against Tottenham and we couldn't buy a goal and they didn't throw him on in that game either. Everton, it took ages to put him on the pitch. And yeah, as Jamie said, the stats with Taki in the league, he hardly played 2 games or something like that. Like, properly.
In the Premier League, he played 11 matches, but he only started 2 games. He only
and the 11
started 2 games in 12 months, and them 11 games, you know, the minutes he came on, like,
I was just about to say
89th minute, 90th minute,
See
things like that.
what I'm saying?
So
it's all a bit of a, like, it's smoke and mirrors really with our team when it comes to like minutes and people playing a certain amount of games. I do understand what you mean though, but I think the likelihood of playing top teams in every phase of a cup is like very rare. Champions League is different because we're going to play the big team anyway. FA Cup, you join in the 3rd round, and in the 3rd round, you're playing against championship teams more than often. And if we need to, we'll end up playing people around the quarterfinals, but otherwise from that, no. And the League Cup's kind of the same as well. And I think we've got enough. I think we mentioned it earlier in the show. I think some of them youngsters will be used, the ones what we've seen in preseason, and everyone's like, they're not going to play at all. I think they will. I think the reason why Mabea played so many games is because he's going to play. I think Bashitic is going to play.
I love him.
So I think, exactly. So I think I'm actually fine with giving him a chance, to be honest.
I can't pronounce his name, but
but I think baller, I think that might be the way forward. I think he'll just use people when they're needed. Whereas last season, it seemed like we were playing the big players all the time, but it's just what the situation called for. Like, we just got ourselves in a situation where we were doing so well that it's like, let's not throw this away. Because if everyone remembers, when I went to that quarterfinal game against Leicester, mate, I was when I got to the stadium, I was in the team sheet, I was pissed. I was like, I've just took my son to the first Anfield game, and we had all kids on the pitch, bro. Like, all kids. And obviously at halftime we had to change it, and the players that we brought on weren't even. It was Taki and Naby. There wasn't like massive players coming on the pitch, so and then obviously the next game was Arsenal in it, and to be fair, Salah and Mane wasn't there; they were at AFCON. So interesting, very interesting.
Yeah,
It's a good point,
I remember the Leicester game. I think there was Ox on the pitch, and I mean, to be fair, he scored, but I think our center backs were like Billy Cometio with
Billy,
like
it's the worst. It's mate.
yeah.
It was over for Billy the Kid after that game, bro. Vardy tore him up, man.
I just add a point, right? Let's say we consider Origi and Minamino have left the club, and let's say we pluck two players that have come in, Carvalho and Elliott. Carvalho and Elliott have both played in the Championship and done extremely well. So if we're saying that they can do well in the Championship, we're saying they can do well against the leagues lower than that. So for the first few rounds, if those two are guys that start, bearing in mind that our defence, let's say it's a second side, it's going to be Kelleher, Tsimikas, maybe Konate, maybe Gomez, and then Mabaya. And then you've got a midfield of Milner and Cater if he's not played the past week or so, and whoever else. And then you've got front three of Carvalho, Elliott, and Firmino. Well, there you've got a team that's capable of beating anybody in the first few rounds. So, and Klopp always says this, you know, he says he doesn't want the best team in the world. He wants a team that's capable of beating the best, but he actually wants a team that's capable of beating what's in front of him as well. And Liverpool's backup options at the moment, certainly for the Cups, are good enough to go as far as they need to until it starts getting taken really seriously. And then you'll start to see the first teamers play. But by which point, and this is why this season's so crucial more than ever, I said it before, every single game that Liverpool play, Klopp will be advised from his medical team as to how many minutes a player is capable of. 100%. I hope that this season that Klopp is a little bit more ruthless with our top players if we're ahead in the games, just to conserve legs. Now, it works both ways because players have to play to be sharp, but I also want them to be protected. And I'm talking the likes of Diaz and Thiago and Salah and what have you. I want them pulled off on 60th minute if we're 3-0 up, you know, to conserve them legs. Yeah. So
Diaz needs taken out for his own good, man.
So over the course of a season, there's more opportunity now with the 5 subs to be monitoring and protecting your players better. So if you do see Salah traveling down to Coventry to play in a round of the FA Cup, it won't be because of the lack of options. It will probably be because he was left out at the weekend because we felt we had someone there that could drop in, or he's looking a bit rusty and he needs a game to play. It's worth taking down for the extra firepower. What I'm trying to get is there's people that have gone, yes, and we always pick out Origi and Minamino because they were the two guys that did it last season. But in truth, the squad is good enough now to still manage all of these games. And you've touched upon 2 players there, that Pashecic and Mabaya. They'll definitely be in them games. And from what we've seen, and don't get me wrong, there's always players in the preseason that stand out and then they just disappear. It just seems to have a good summer. But they look like they've got enough about them. And Antico is right. He's just put it in the comments. Ramsey as well. There's players that can support the first teamers, if you want to call them that are good enough to manage these games.
Millie's going to be there at all the games, isn't he?
Exactly. And good luck to, you know, if VVD and Matip have played at the weekend, good luck to any championship tie trying to beat Konate and Gomez in the cup. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Because these pitches are terrible at times. So if they're lofting balls, they're not winning anything. Do you know what I mean? So the attack, yes, because Origi and Minamino has gone out, but the team as a whole is capable of beating most sides. So we'll be fine. And look, come the last stages of them competitions, if you go out in the semis, the likelihood is Liverpool's still going to be in the Champions League. We're still going to be in the Premier League. And your upset at going out of these competitions might not be so big. I think some fans are probably getting not ahead of themselves because Liverpool are capable of winning every game and every trophy. But take the season as it comes. Let's see how players progress. And for me, ultimately, I've said it before, I just want Liverpool to win the Premier League. And look, I think they're capable of winning more than that. But as long as they win the Premier League, look, if we get to January and we're out of the cups, so be it. You know, so be it.
Exactly. Yeah.
And a final thing. The Sadia, just touching upon the first teamers that have come in, I still not have my reservations, but a slight worry about Diaz scoring the goals and Nunes.
Yeah.
As much as I think they'll be fine, and to be honest, not so much scoring the goals. I think they're just so exceptional that we as a team will get a goal from somewhere and win the games we need to. I do still have that in the back of my mind, though. I'm like, I wish we'd have seen from this preseason Diaz just took a few away just to reassure us. But let's see. You know, the quality is there.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, man.
Definitely.
Diaz has to calm down a bit, man. This geezer's trying to win every tackle on the pitch, bro. Like,
when you think about
machine,
it, with this
man.
5 subs, Klopp's got. Yeah, rival fans will joke, but Klopp has got what he wants. He plays high intensity football. What do you want when you want high intensity football? Opportunities to rest them legs. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
So he's got it now. It will work in Liverpool's favour.
Yeah,
definitely. So I hope that answers your questions, my man.
Yeah, 100%.
There you go.
I think I'm not as worried anymore.
Yeah,
to be honest.
Just
it's all going to be good.
If you need reassuring, go back and watch Carvalho's highlights in the Championship, and you'll be.
I've watched him before he actually joined us, and the thing is, I think I completely agree with what you guys have said, because trust me, I'm not one of those fans who are like, oh yeah, we're going for the quadruple. Yeah, like as long as we win the Champions League or the Premier League, I think I'll be satisfied. So I completely agree with our second team. Whatever you guys have said, our front three, our whole team, I think that is strong enough to go to the latter stages of the competition. And yeah, even if we don't, for me, it's not a big deal because we've won the double domestically last season. So for me, it's mainly the Champions League and the Premier League, you know, so that's the focus for me. So I mean, I'm not expecting anything from us in the last few weeks of the summer transfer window, but yeah, man, big up to you guys, man. I've been watching the show, and much love to all of you.
Big up,
Jamie as well,
man. Thanks for coming
on. And my man, coming on early in the morning as well.
Bro.
Really appreciate it.
Much love, guys.
Peace out, bro.
Much love, guys.
My man. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Another shot on that cup thing. When like we forget that the other teams as well, innit? They're not going to play their first team all the way throughout. They've got like flipping Champions League and Premier League and the World Cup to deal with this season. So if everyone's smart, you might see the bigger teams playing a lot more of their kids altogether anyway, because the League Cup, it ramps up around Christmas and January, innit? And this year, I don't know what's going on with it, because December they're normally playing, they won't be playing. So I'm guessing January is going to be a mess. January and February is going to be an absolute shambles, bro. Because the FA Cup starts at that time as well. So 4 games a week, bro. That's just bro. It'd be like 4 games every 7 days, man. It's going to be an absolute mess. Just expect Klopp to lose his mind, bro.
I mean, we played Arsenal last season in the cup and played a second string side, if you like.
Yeah, we did.
Do the same this season, because Arsenal would have to,
and they brag about the 0-0.
Yeah, you know, even if let's you know, if you think Man City is the best team in the country, well, if we come up against Man City in the latter rounds of the cup, both teams are in the same boat, you know.
Yeah.
So they'll both play rotated sides. So it don't matter if you're playing first teamer versus first teamer, or you're playing a rotated side versus a rotated side. It's probably going to balance out, and the better team will win, you know. But that goes for any game, you know. We're not going to lose a game because Man City are rolling out such a good second string side now, when ours is terrible. We're too closely balanced in terms of quality, these squads now. I'd go as far as to say Man City's, you know, it's always been this thing that Man City have so much quality and depth, and I don't think that's quite so true anymore.
I don't think it. I said this like I did a squad for squad thing last season, and showed that the difference in the squads is not big at all. It's not big at all. Oh, hang on, we've got someone should. We're about to finish, but I'm going to take this man's call because he's a living legend. Oh, he went. I was just about to take his call and he left. Sabiri, if you're back in the chat before we go, come in. Because he just, I think his thing gave up on him, his phone. But yeah, Sabiri, come back in if you want to, mate, before we leave. But yeah, And says Hugo, who put Cole Fletcher?
Man, he was just asking about who threw him through the window, man. It was Linda threw him through the window, wasn't it?
Linda chucked him, didn't she?
Yeah, she admitted it. I remember she admitted it after, bro. They left on the cliffhanger and thought it was a geezer, man. But
yeah, that's right. That's it.
Yeah,
Wasn't she like dressed up or something? Had a hoodie over her head or something like that.
I was watching Thingy earlier, actually, man. Footballers' Wives, bro. I was in stitches, bro. That shit's hilarious. Bro.
I've been watching that. It's on the BrickBox, ain't
it? yeah, bro. It's an absolute mess, bro. Flipping heck, bro. You got flipping Kathy from EastEnders trying to act sexy and that, bro. Massive.
Oh, she gets done on the snooker table. It's an immense scene.
Yeah, bro. Madness, bro. And she's all obsessed with her son's baby, bro. Like trying to snatch the kid in.
That's it. Here he is. Here's
Come
the big
on.
man himself. He's cooking as well.
Is it the kitchen?
What's going on, guys? I didn't even realize I jumped in.
He's cooking as well. What are you cooking up, Severi?
Some the lady made some what was that? Some pasta with some vegetables and some spicy sausage, I think.
Very nice, very nice.
Maybe.
And how's your partner? How's the everything going?
She's good. She's good. She's hanging in there. Little one's growing, being a pain, but he's alright.
You notice how Jamie can ask that question, everything's fine. What would happen if I'd have asked that?
Yeah, that's
about
it,
the little man.
What
about the missus?
Yeah, you gotta be careful around Cav around your mate.
Cav's not allowed to ask any questions about anyone's missus, bro. It's not allowed.
Wait, Cav is snatching up misses out here. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, Cav's a body snatcher, bro. He can't be.
Nah. Hey, let me let you know a little secret, Cav. I don't know you. Big up yourself, but let me let you know this, right? If you're taking misses, they were never the persons anyway. You know what I'm saying? So. Can't take my missus, bro. That's me.
Very
you know what I'm saying?
Very true. I hope you heard that, Savage. You just got some realness
listen,
there.
Bro, it's the answers I'm worried about, bro. Not everyone's wife.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't know the answer until it's too late, you know?
Yeah,
very
facts.
True. Very true.
I'm cold-blooded, bro. If you take my missus, she can go. You know, like that.
Yeah, it was never your missus then, man.
Take my missus, I'm going straight to the gym, bro, and I'm just going to forget about it on that day.
Jesus. Oh man, that's beautiful.
Man, like Rod's and that, the Rodfather and that, bro. Hugo Rodriguez and that. Come on.
Rod's in
I'm
here.
here, dog. Listen, I just jump in to say hello quick still, you know what I mean? I'll see you man on there. Jump in to hail a man up quick, jump in and jump out.
Big up, Rod.
Yeah, man, hope everybody had a good day. And just come to big up everybody up still. Just gonna jump in and jump out quick. Just saying hello still, you know what I mean?
You're a good man, Rod. You're a good man.
Now.
Salute.
Big up, man. Big up.
Take care.
See you, Rod.
See you later, Rod's my man.
I love that guy.
Yeah, Rod's great. Oh, yeah.
Rod's his vibes, man, all the time.
He's the man. So, hey, you, Sabiri?
I'm all right. How you guys feeling about the current squad and things kicking off this weekend?
I'm
excited, man.
I'm pumped, mate.
I'm definitely excited by the squad. For the first time, not for the first time in a while, but we've got a few players in now, 2 or 3 that are just like, these could be amazing. And it's exciting to see what's going to happen.
Certainly is. Yeah,
I don't know, man. I'm getting tired of the squad, man. The dead weight. Nah, it's not even like the actual squad. I'm talking about like the dead weight in the squad.
Don't start on Milner, bro. Don't start, bro.
No. No, you know what? You got to learn to appreciate the little things. And for his age, he's always available. So, I mean, you got to give him credit for that at a minimum.
Yeah.
Unlike some other people, mid-20s, he's never available. So that's kind of the thing. It's like, I want to say about 3 or 4 seasons, man. So, windows. Some of these players missed their window like 3 windows ago.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's true.
Who would you say that is? Who would you say that is?
I mean, the obvious won't be Nabi. I think it's about 4 to 6 windows. I think they think he might even get a new contract or something. Contract talks going. You don't need 2 seasons to prove yourself. If you need 2 seasons to prove yourself and you sign a 4-year deal, I mean that's not good business. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
Ox, unfortunately, with the injuries, I mean, you can never call injuries and stuff like that. Like, you never see the future be like, oh, he's going to be injury prone. But after 2 seasons of just injury ravage, you're just taking up a spot on the bench, man. You're taking up a spot in the squad. You can only have so many players, you know. So there's a few men in there that shuffled up, you know. Adrian, Ox, Naby. Unfortunately, I shuffle up Jones, man. I think it's at a point now where it's kind of obvious what's going on. I think it's not playability, but how you fit into the system. I don't think the system is formed. Great player.
Yeah, that's probably a better thing.
Great player, wrong system. So if they don't fit the system, it's kind of pointless to have them around, because then whenever you bring them in, they're just holding back the whole team. So
it's difficult though when a player is so young, because we don't know what system does suit him. You know?
It is. It's kind of like
what club does he go to where it does actually fit him?
He'd be better at Man City, to be honest.
I don't know, man. I just know for our system, a lot of players don't fit it, and if they don't fit it, it kind of is holding us back in a sense. The best example, not even in our team, you see a system Frank Lampard was playing at Chelsea. It was perfect for that little kid over there, Mount.
Mason,
To the point where the new manager come in and was like, damn, man, something's really here. I can use this. I don't think if we had a system that fit Jones and then like a Conte or another man come in, I don't think they'll use him as much. So that's just kind of where I see certain players in the system, to be fair. I don't know if you guys, have the same thought or opinion on it.
The 2 players that you've mentioned, Curtis Jones and Naby Keita, the thing for me with them is, I know they're midfielders, and our midfielder is functional to allow the forwards to play and our fullbacks to bomb on and stuff. But I accept all of that, and then I don't quite buy it, because I believe that there's an opportunity for somebody to play in that midfield and pick up goals. I don't see why, and I really hope we get this with Carvalho, why a midfielder can't be getting into the box more, running beyond the forwards as a third man, and getting on the end of things and contributing more towards the goals. Now, I have less criticism for Curtis Jones, but for me, my take on Naby Keita is it was always the reliability issue. And then that seemed to have got resolved last season, and it was a case that he just wasn't picked a lot. But actually, the games that I was watching him play, say you take the 10 games, I don't know how many games he played, but let's say he played 10 games. I actually only thought he was okay in 5, bad in 2, and really good in 3. And this Liverpool team is exceptional. And whilst that's probably enough, I want more. Do you know what I mean? That's why I'm looking forward to seeing Elliott and Carvalho play, because I hope that they come in and we're getting 7 great games out of 10, which is what someone like Mason Mount does give you. You know, he misses glaring opportunities. We've seen that in the cup finals. But if you watch Chelsea, he's a great player.
Yeah, he got quite a bit of goals and assists last season. It was really good.
Yeah. Hey, Kev, let me ask you this, because it seems like you know what you're talking about in the midfield there. So we had a player like Genie, great for Holland going forward. Well, for us, his role was just recycle position and recycle the ball.
Yeah.
I'm thinking if Genie couldn't pick up 10 goals from midfield, I mean, barring like the Barcelona game where he came off and he was the false 9. If a player like Genie couldn't pick him up, I mean, it would have to be a really exceptional player, because Genie is a baller. And he was just limited to recycling possession and recycle the ball. And I think that's where Curtis kind of not necessarily fit in, because he doesn't do a lot of defensive work that Genie would do, break up play. He's great going forward, but not so much going back. So if a player like Genie couldn't do it, what kind of player would we need to kind of fit that system? Because that's basically the system we're playing. But we need a great midfielder to just recycle it to the wingers and support the forwards. But not a lot going forward. Like we're not expecting no midfielder to drop 10. I think Fab got 8, I think, with pens. We're not really expecting midfielders to drop 10 goals in a season.
No, I'll tell you, I think should though. I said this earlier. I think Trent Alexander-Arnold should get 10 goals a season. I've been saying this for a while now. Trent gets in amazing positions in and around the box.
Yeah, he's always in that position.
Inside the box. He always gets that. He's always got a bit of freedom as well because of the way we play. Because, Salah will go out quite wide if Trent comes inside. that gives him a bit of freedom. Trent's got a great ability with that right foot, and he's very good on his left foot actually as well. Not a lot of people
needs a bit more composure in front of goal, doesn't it?
Yeah,
that's what it is.
I think if he grows that, I don't think there's any reason Trent shouldn't get 10 goals every season. Really don't.
Yeah,
because our midfield's not, as you said, Wijnaldum, you look at Newcastle when we bought him off, scored 12 goals that season, I think. Then he
buried us on it, didn't he?
Yeah, he got 4 and a hat trick in some games, and you look at him for Holland, he's always at the end of crosses in the box. With Liverpool, it's not the way Klopp likes to play. You see that with Keita. As soon as Klopp left, as soon as Genie left, Keita became sort of like the Genie mold, didn't he? He started to try and make him play like Genie, and that's not Keita's game. So, look at all the midfielders we've been linked with this summer. They're all defensive-minded midfielders, really.
So what Zabiri said, it's all on in. It's not the talent or the ability of the players. It's the instructions. I don't think it's even questionable anymore, because every time somebody goes in that spot, the same thing happens. And if there was no evidence of them being at another team doing the same thing, that'd be fair enough. But even if you watch Naby before, he literally carries the ball and runs, and he's either playing it off 1-2 somebody and scoring, or shooting from outside the box. Yeah. Genie was the biggest example, because he'll play for Liverpool on Saturday, play for Holland on Tuesday, and for Holland he'll be scoring 2-3 goals, playing completely different. And you start thinking to yourself, what is going on here, bro? Like, there's no way he's just choosing to do that. But what I will say is, and I could be wrong, I think the system, so the whole structure of it is the same, but I think the instructions of the players in midfield has changed this season. I don't think you bring Carvalho and Elliott and expect them to do what Naby and it won't happen. Literally, Carvalho's whole game is driving forward with the ball.
I don't know, man. I saw him defending, and I liked it.
He's great at that. He will help out.
I saw him defending. I liked it. I think I even asked. I forgot who I was talking to, and I asked him if that was instructions, because I like that. I didn't see that from our players, especially the one going forward. They never defended well, like an ox. They was always out of position, and Carvalho was picking up some good defensive positions.
He's a really intelligent footballer. When him and Elliott played in the same preseason game, they were mimicking what the other one was doing on both sides of the pitch. Liverpool's not normally balanced like that compared to any other team in the world. We don't have a left side and a right side doing the exact same things. It just doesn't happen. Like before, they used to have Robben and Ribery doing the same thing on each side of the pitch. We have Salah on that side of the pitch scoring the goals and doing the same thing every time with him and Trent and Hendo, that little triangle. And then you used to have Mane and Robbo doing something completely different. And then we had Bobby in the middle playing a false nine. No team plays like that. It's like 3 different formations in one. Now, when they're not going to start together, Elliott and Carvalho, and maybe they will in the future, maybe in the cup games as well. But when they play, I think it offers a different dynamic. And I think what it does now is we will play our system what we always play. Because whether it gets boring or not, it's pretty successful. I mean, we finished second. We won 2 trophies. We got to the Champions League final. So it's not a shit thing. But when it doesn't start to work now, you throw Elliott and Carvalho on, and against that low block, it changes up everything, because our creativity, I know everyone's talking about the midfield and not scoring goals and that, but our creativity is Robbo and Trent. It's completely different. Like, you watch Man City play, and it comes from De Bruyne and Rodri and Bernardo in that centre. Ours comes from you've seen it, man. Trent gets the freedom to do what he wants pretty much, because Hendo will cover him. I think it's going to be very interesting, but I do trust them. And I think even though the young players, they're quite advanced in their football intelligence, and especially Carvalho, man, the way he plays is a baller, man.
I think you'll find, I think we've seen it in pre-season, and it is something that he maybe just needs to be slightly careful of as well. Yeah. But Trent will go wandering up that pitch. You know what I mean?
He does it too much sometimes.
He comes into midfield, but he also actually finds himself in like the centre forward position at times as well.
He does.
Which, don't get me wrong, when he's linking up play and he's sliding through Nunes and he's scoring, it's great. And most games we play this season will be up against the low block and you'll only be playing on half of the pitch. It might be fine. But there will be games where you're playing Fulham at the weekend. They'll play up to Mitrovic and they'll play off him. Now, if Trent's gone wandering as a centre forward, that could be a problem. So whilst I think it's great because Trent's got so much ability, and it'll give him the opportunity because he'll be in the right space to get assists and get goals. He also needs to be slightly careful because that, especially Man City, when we see Man City, I remember moments in that game I seen him wandering, and I was like, look, they're 2 passes away from killing us here, you know.
Yeah, especially when Foden's on the pitch, bro. It's a problem, man.
Exactly. So there's not going to be too many games like that this season, probably more so in the Champions League, but he does need to be careful of that. And then I would like to see Trent get more goals from free kicks because he's got all the ability. He just don't do it enough. And I'd also like to see Robertson tucking away the chances he gets when he's on that back stick.
Yeah, Robbo at least get 5 goals, bro, because he's in some mad positions sometimes.
I agree.
Yeah, he could score 10 if he was a good finisher.
He could. He really could, man. And that Trent thing's definitely not an instruction when you said about him drifting into the centre forward spot. I know it's not an instruction because I saw Klopp scream at him 4 times last season, and I mean, like, he was pissed with him because he's got a bit bigger. He's got a lot bigger, to be fair. And I seen him put the burners on to catch up with Nkunku, but it's a long distance from the centre forward spot and the one thing there is in the Premier League, even against the teams that you don't think are good, they've all got speed, bro. Like you try to do that against Crystal Palace and that, and Eze's gonna burn you up, bro. So you've got to be careful with it because you can't expect Hendo to babysit him all the time and take that spot. It's a bit mad,
especially if you put in Carvalho and Elliott and stuff on the pitch because you're going over the threshold of being confident and attacking and wanting to be creative to then actually being so exposed. Now, don't get me wrong, you kind of forget that actually last season Liverpool did get played through at times, and Alisson got us out of the hole so many times, so many times. So it will happen. We shouldn't worry so much because the flag's likely to go up at some point anyway. But like we shouldn't get, so over the top when it does happen. But we also, in the same vein, need to be a little bit cautious. And I think Trent's one of them because Robbo's pretty disciplined. His game's less, whilst he gets up and down the pitch and he sometimes comes inside and stuff, his game's less.
Yeah, Robbo seems to enjoy running back, man. It's weird. That's a weird mentality to love running like that, bro. He loves it.
Robbo's a little bit like Trent comes inside far more than Robbo does, don't he? Like Trent's almost a midfielder at times in that forward area. When you come inside that much, you're almost like in the number 8 position in that midfield area. To get back to be a right back in the defensive position takes some doing. When you watch Robbo really stays wide, don't he? So he's usually up and down in them wide areas. Really comes inside. I think that's why he gets back in his defensive situation a lot quicker and better than what Trent does. Because Trent's just like, you see him a lot of time. He's inside. He's playing inside right. He's playing like part of the front midfield 3. And Salah's the one who's actually Salah's the actual one who's wider, leaving Trent. That's why I keep saying Trent's got all the capability of scoring 10 goals a season outside the box or inside the box because he does get a lot of space. You saw it in the Community Shield on Saturday. Salah was the one who passed it to him. It should have been the other way around. Trent was actually in Mo's position, and Prime was that wide. And if Trent's in that position, there's no way he can get back into a right back position. But Robbo always stays wide, so he can get back into position a lot easier, I do believe. So
that goal he scored against Man City is a goal that he could probably score every week because he will be in that position all the time. Now it might not be into the top left-hand corner. It might be bottom left. It might be bottom right. It might be taking it onto his left and shooting. He will find himself in that position so often that we not expect it because Trent gives us so much anyway. I don't think you should expect more from Trent because he's generational. But if you're being really hypercritical, you could say, if you're in that position, you've got that ability, maybe you should be getting more goals.
Yeah, definitely should get a few more. Yeah, 100%, bro.
Right, I think he's in that position because I don't know, maybe it's me, maybe it's preseason. Hendo doesn't look like he have 90 minutes in his legs.
No, I don't think he does.
So I think Hendo's more than willing to just be like, you know what, Trent, take my spot in that right side 8, and I'll take your spot in right back and cover up. So I think Hendo's more than willing to do that for Trent going in there. Now I think you'll see a lot of that, man.
No, I agree.
I think that right side 8 and right back is going to be between Trent, Milner, and Henderson. Not like Hendo will play right back, but I think Hendo is more than happy to sit back there and do those diagonal backstick cross that he likes to do. Because he don't got the legs, man. He looked like a 60-minute player. Hendo.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, you could be right. I watched him chasing some of the Man City players back, and he looked like he was trying to grab onto them and that because he was tired.
That's what's so good about the 5 sub rule. The 5 sub rule, that's where it comes in. He doesn't have to play 90 minutes, does he? With the 5 sub rule. So
he's good. He's also a player that can't play. I don't know how many, but there'll be a period in this season where he's played 5 on the bounce, and that 6th game, for example, he looks sluggish. And that's when people will get on his back, and that will be the game that's used to sort of beat him with. Because for Jordan to be at his best, he has to be fresh.
Yeah, exactly.
He has to be fresh, and there's no.
If we play against if we play against a true low block, he actually doesn't need to play.
No.
Like it's almost pointless. Like I can predict what's going to happen in that game every time. They're going to pass him the ball on the right, and he's going to cross it first time back post every single time. because the run out of ideas, him and Trent just start spamming crosses. And when you play against big teams who have got big defenders, they love it, bro. I watched them last season, like Burnley and them teams and that. Ben Mee and that love that kind of stuff. So he doesn't need to play, and it preserves his legs. No team we should never be dying on the hill when we're against a low block and they're not even trying to attack us. Why are you tired? You shouldn't be. That's why Man City just break teams down, because tiki-taka passes constantly until the team gets bored of them, and then they get through. And I think that's where the certain players will get through in that, man. So it's going to be interesting, bro.
We have an option with that low block this season, though. We've seen the blueprint when we beat Wolves 100%. In the last minute, and Mo plays it into Origi's feet, he holds it up, he lays it off. Nunes should be doing that all day, every day.
Yeah.
Not all the time, but it's the variety and it's the option now. We should be using that.
Right, guys, we're going to have to call it a day here because we've gone 2.5 hours and the wife wants to go to bed. So, I've got to go.
We got the missus, man.
All right, shout out to the missus, guys. Hey, thanks for having me on, man.
No worries. Before everyone goes, remember, there is merch coming. There is merch coming, guys.
Come on.
All right.
There is merch coming. So, this is a pint glass. So you can get your Jamie Phillips pint glasses. There's loads of different things coming. Cushions, hoodies, T-shirts. I've got beer mats. Coasters.
Big.
All that sort of stuff. Yeah, guys. That's coming. That's coming, guys. So,
it's going to be dope, man. And just remember, guys, man,
And John Conway, you're getting some free merch, man.
Yeah, he's got it, man. He's a legend, bro.
Yeah,
FPL League, guys, remember, Dream Team. Go over to Savage Talks Football. Go into your About page. All the details are there. The pin number's there. Do it, bro. Like that.
That's it. So go make sure and make sure you subscribe to him while you're there as well, because we will.
Yeah, don't be a bum. Don't tell up on my page.
We will know,
because I will find you, bro.
We will know, guys. I'll be back tomorrow. Well, later today at 12:30 p.m. Yeah, looking at Liverpool.
Members video tomorrow. Today.
Members video will be out sometime tomorrow, whenever it's bloody up and.
I'll drop the Arsenal all or nothing by 5 p.m. tomorrow, man.
There you go. So you got loads on channel. You got a members video coming out of me, guys. That's a pre-recorded video that's already done and up. So that'll be uploaded sometime tomorrow for you members to look at. And I'll be live tomorrow at 12:30 looking at Liverpool and Fulham, and we kick off our Premier League season, guys. So from me, from Savage and Cav, see you later, guys. Sleep well.